Yo, 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 it's your boy Rockstar, host at my mama's house and Rock House. And here it is. If you got thick skin, come on in. But if not, you might want to sit this one out. And if you rock with the talk, hit subscribe because this is the house where I all go live. And with that being said, man, we're going to go and get into it. We're going to start off with the introductions, man. Steve, unmute your mic and let everybody know who you is and what's your social media handles.
Steve Reese, Instagram, Steve_Reese1, active personality, a PV grad, dad, entrepreneur, doing acting in a few movies from Make It Out through Sickness and Hell, When Lines Are Crossed, one of the newest members to the Hugh Wood universe. Uh, you can find me all over. Just Google me, baby. Nice to be
Already.
here.
Yes, sir. King, what's up, baby? Let them know who you is, my man.
Hey, yo, y'all know what it is. It's a filmmaker. It's filmmaker. My name is Kane King II. I'm the director and writer of Hugh Wood. And like I said, you can watch at my mama's house right now. Right when we get done, you can watch Hugh Wood right here on YouTube.
All right, and we're gonna go down to the bottom. We got Mr. Fantastic in the building. Mr. Fantastic, let him know you is, my man.
Hey, what up, man? It's Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms, IG, YouTube, Twitter, even TikTok. I'm glad to be here, man. Thank you guys for having me.
And that's Mr. Brother. Hey, I'm picking it up. Fan. Christian, let him know you is in his social media handle.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kristen Olivier Renfro. I'm a media personality. I have a show on Afro Vibes TV and radio called Sit Down Hoes, Let Me Talk to You Real Quick. I'm also one of the hosts on Pop the Balloon or Find Love Mountain Edition. So you can catch me out hosting, interviewing, moderating debates, and causing problems all around in these H-Town streets. And you can follow me on Instagram at Coming For You, Kristen.
Yes. Make sure you like and subscribe, everybody. Also, if you want to join the team to get special videos, and we also gonna get some free merch to you if you join as a member, and we're gonna get that out to you. But until then, make sure you like and subscribe. Don't be afraid to click that button. Mama ain't gonna kick your ass. All right. So with that being said, man, we're gonna go and jump into it. We got a lot to talk about. So mute your mics, and I'm gonna start with the icebreaker. You did.
Boss. Power baby. Up next, we have movement sport martial arts, karate, kata for performance, Toronto International Tournament of Martial Arts Champions here at the Paramount Fine Food Center, a NASCAR World Tour rated event, point fighter approved. Excellent stances, technique, power, focus. Here in the men's black belt, 18 plus, traditional karate category. Divisions for all styles, for forms and weapons are available at the Toronto International Tournament of Martial Arts Champions, as well as point fighting, team fighting, and team form divisions. One of the biggest events in the world.
Hey, hold on. I mean, this shit ain't funny, but the shit funny.
Well.
What the?
Say, man, this that losers get trophies era.
Bro, it looks like somebody lied on their resume.
What's going on with the world? The losers get trophies now. This karate now. This is what's going on.
I thought he was a background dancer for an old group or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, maybe like back in the 90s, Vogue. I thought, that's what he was trying to do. Like, I don't want to mess with a nigga on that. Well. You can feel me on that. That's what I thought he was doing.
Oh, man. What inspired that is, man, and this kind of gonna segue into the conversation. But first I'm gonna do the flowers though. But it's like what I'm noticing about the podcasting world is I think people picking up on it quicker than they did the rap game. I guess because I was a rapper. I picked up on the rap game quick. I think most of us, for the most part, were caught in an illusion with rappers where we thought that they were what they rapped about. You know what I'm saying? But I knew they wasn't it, dog. And so I thought about this, and it got me thinking about podcasts right now. You know, everybody gangster now on the podcast. And I'm like, dang, it seems as if the streets is starting to leak into podcasts. And it went from hip hop. Now hip hop then got bored out. Now everybody like, now the streets is, it seems like the streets is constantly looking for somewhere to go live in. You know
it's more ego to me.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna get into it though. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So what we're gonna do, man, we're gonna go and do the flowers today, man. So let's do the flowers. Give me a second, mute your mics. Man, I gotta hurry up and get a stream deck board, bro. This should be slowing me down. Image file. Is it? Hold on, y'all. I forgot to let me put it up. Image file. Dang, why it's not showing?
Yeah, that dude was pop locking doing the Irkin jerk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was going on with him. But shit, Reese, I think he getting that ass though, Reese. I think he can get with you. I think he can get with you, bro.
Ooh,
My bad, guys.
Karate Man pop locking.
Oh yeah, man, he killed me. I don't want no parts of it.
I don't want no smoke. No smoke. None.
All right, can y'all see me or hear me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, gotcha. I don't know why the file not pulling up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do this and pull up like this.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not letting me pull up the the regular file. All right, y'all see that?
Yeah.
All righty. So let me get what I wrote real quick. All right. So for those that are new and follow viewers out there that haven't watched, this is a part of the show where we give flowers to those that have had accomplishments, whether personally or socially, and did things that maybe change their community, the world, or just inspire people in general. So with that being said, today's flower, we're going to give it to Felicia Rashad. All righty. So today we give flowers to a woman whose grace didn't just light up our screens. It shaped our culture. And that lady is Felicia Rashad. For decades, she's been the embodiment of Black excellence, dignity, intelligence, and truth, and death. To many, she will forever be Claire Huxtable, an image of a Black woman in her womanhood that was unapologetically brilliant, loving, stylish, and strong. At a time when our families was rarely shown with complexity and respect and shown in a positive light or a successful light, it was Felicia Rashad who helped redefine what America saw when they looked at us, the Black family. But her impact goes far beyond television. She is a Tony Award-winning actress, a trailblazer on Broadway, and a master of her cross stage, theme, and classroom. Her performances, carried a quiet power, never loud, never forced, and always intentional. She doesn't chase attention, she commands respect, and she always carried herself as a lady in person. Off screen, her legacy continues as a mentor, educator, and a leader, most recently as the Dean of College Fine Arts at Howard University. There, she was poured wisdom into the next generation, reminding young artists and young Black women that excellence is not optional and integrity is non-negotiable. Felicia Rashad represents what it means to an age with grace, to lead with purpose, and to use influence as a responsibility and not a spotlight for attention. She showed us that representation matters, but so does substance and class and ladylikeness. So today we give her flowers while she can still smell them, from the door she opened, for the standards she set, and for the lives she continues to shape, and for those that continue to mentor. Thank you, Felicia Rashard. Your legacy is timeless. And because of that, today we will give you your flowers. All righty. With that being said, I think it's only right that we let the only lady on here to go first and to speak on what she knows about Felicia Rashard. If you don't know, it's okay. I gave you a 2-minute discourse on it. So with that being said, quickly give us your thoughts about who we gave our flowers to today.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, growing up, the Cosby Show was so important and so special. You know, I'll be 40 this year. You know, so it's like during that time period I was coming up, like that, and then the Fresh Prince, you know, coming out. It was just like so iconic, you know, for Black people to see Black people represented in a positive way on TV. We loved Good Times, you know, but James was ignorant and they was Poe, you know. But we were able to, you know, the Huxtables come out, so it was a very wonderful thing. And as I began to know at a young age that I did want to be in theater and acting and debate and all these things, she was one of the ladies that I looked up to as far as wanting to be an actress, and saw, you know, how well she was portrayed on, you know, film and sitcoms and in movies, and always just so graceful and just aged so beautifully. And there's so many different things about this woman that I aspire to be in my life. So I mean, I love her. Love her. She deserves damn flowers.
Gotcha. All right, Mr. Fantastic. If you can unmute your mic, is there anything that you wanted to add to Miss Felicia Rashard that we gave our flowers to?
Yeah, man. Like you said, bro, one of the most beautiful women inside and out. The personification of just womanhood. You know, she set the example. She was everybody's TV mom, right? And like you said, even in her age, she's aged gracefully. She has the right message out here for the young ladies. They kind of try to, you know, beat her up for giving them some good knowledge and wisdom about what a woman should be. But hey, man, like you said, nothing but good things to say about her, and you know, that it be a part of this tribute.
That's what's up. All right, Mr. King, man, what's your thoughts on Miss Felicia Rashard and her career?
Yeah, definitely. Flowers are definitely deserved, and agree with everything Mr. Fantastic and everything that Christian has said about her. Especially like I grew up with her, definitely a TV mom. Especially in the environment that we grew up in, to see like many of us be inspired to go to colleges, especially HBCU colleges, and then just to get those, like, even though, you know, it's writers that wrote the Cosby Show, but to have her deliver those lines when she got mad at her daughter for sneaking out, just hearing those stories, sometimes we needed to hear that and get in trouble with the kids on the Cosby Show. So it was kind of cool how she made us feel like we were part of the family. And it's really beautiful to see her in the type of since I do movies, the type of movies that she's in now that are like not really just the Black soul food type of movie. She's actually in some really gritty, edgy kind of movies that's now, and it fits her. So it's like, yeah, bravo.
Yes. Mr. Steve, unmute your mic, man. Anything you wanted to add to the grace eloquent everybody else just gave on Miss Rashard?
Class, beauty. She's the kind of TV mom that every woman should aspire to be. She never sold out anything for a role, anything of that nature. She always kept her morals and ethics about herself in the industry, and the flowers are much needed and more. Oh man.
You muted, Rock.
Oh, okay, my bad. So we're gonna go and get the show started. And to everybody that's in the chat, we want to thank y'all for coming. Don't forget, if you want your comments to jump on the screen, man, support us with the super chat, support us with the super chats. You know what I'm talking about? All right, now with that being said, man, we're gonna go and get into it. So the topic of conversation today is the streets starting to flood the podcast? Uh, it's been getting heavy in these podcast streets, man, and I'm concerned a little bit. You know what I mean? It ain't got there yet, but it's definitely. When I say it ain't got there yet, it ain't become a poison, right? You know, we seeing it spotted here and there, and then we're seeing it. At first, it was staying in its area, but now it's starting to leak into the intelligence sector. And so, with that being said, man, I'm gonna start this video off, man, and we basically gonna mine it out and we're gonna dissect it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of use this as a pivot point to open up the conversation. All right. So give me a second.
Comprehend what I'm about to say so that we don't lose the plot. If you're a young man, your example, and you like a woman that's fit and you're fit, if she don't like you, there is a reason why she don't like you. If you get to the crux of that reason, there is a possibility, using your language, listen, let me land, that you can bypass that. Here's the caveat. For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. The caveat of trying to, because this is what I teach my mentees, of trying to convince someone or contort, bend, and meander to what they like, you might get them. But the downside of that is you definitely gonna lose them.
So if I was
Bali, you look confused. I'll say this, and then you take the floor. You look confused by the end tell of that. Just because you could don't mean you should. You could convince somebody to be in love with you. You could convince somebody to go on a date with you. It's possible. But just because you could don't mean you should. See, you conflating the fact that there won't be consequences for doing what you're doing. That's a different point. We weren't talking about the consequences. Can you do it? Sure. Should you do it? Probably not. Because on the downside of that,
you saying what I said. I said,
you said you're on the same page.
I said that. I did not start off by saying, Ali, did not start off by saying we weren't on the same page.
Now we're on the,
no, we were always on the same page. I just lacked. I wasn't able to convince.
No, we weren't always on the same
page.
I know.
Well, they I said it, my brother. You just wasn't comprehending. So I tried to find the language to bridge the gap. I just tried to find a language to bridge the gap.
Yeah, there's no. So, brother, please, first and foremost, brother, please stop throwing jazz with short arms. Okay, all right, just stop.
I love that platitude.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite platitudes.
Yeah, stop throwing jazz with short arms, brother. You feel me?
I love that platitude. Good job. You use your whole frontal cortex for that one.
Figuratively and literally, brother. Again, like you said, you're a little fella. But anyway, let's do this, right?
I know you must ain't seen my page. You a little guy.
I know.
You a little, and you little financially.
Oh no, never.
All right, let's stop right there. Okay. So I'm noticing a lot of this in these podcast streets, right? Where it's just ego is starting to really, really blow over. And it seems as if the entertainment bug is starting to bite influencers and some podcasters as they grow in notoriety. And in that particular case, you saw basically this guy named Opulent who ended up going viral, and it kind of been popping a little bit since then. But this kind of exposed itself to me, and so I saw most of it. But I'm gonna let Fantastic kind of explain to y'all what it led to, and we'll let Mr. Fantastic, since he was the one who had to put him in his place, we kind of let him kind of tell the story. Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic. What happened, man?
Yeah, man. Basically, shout out to Fatty, shout out to Ali. They had invited me to their weekly podcast. I forget if it was Ladies First or it was the Super Panel, one or two, whichever one it was. We were having a conversation about relationships and things and whatnot, what have you. And I think this is one of my first time like being on a panel with Opulent, the guy. But he's a guy that likes to establish dominance. He has somewhat of a Napoleon complex. He needs to be the biggest guy in the room. He needs to be the most important person in the room. and he talks about his, he talks about his money and things a lot, right? And he assumes that, I guess, that he's the only person in the vicinity with money, right? So he immediately goes to the attacking of my pockets, which he doesn't know. He didn't know anything about me. He didn't know what I did for a living. He don't know whatever. He said I was in an apartment automatically. I haven't been in an apartment since I was 23 years old. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? When I did have an apartment, I was paying for an apartment and a house at the same time. You feel me? Because I couldn't, be here, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it comes into that, and basically he has a I won't say as broad of a vocabulary as he'd like to make you think, because I've heard him other times and he recycles some of the same words, but they're what people say with big words. So trying to establish superiority in the fucking situation. So I just I addressed it, and we ended up to a point of where we're going back and forth. He's trying to I guess say because I don't have a wife, I'm somehow
So what we'll do, I'm gonna play a little bit more of it so that'll kind of help with your explanation, and then we're gonna dive into it. Okay, y'all, give me just a second.
No, never that. But again, listen, bro. No matter where my wallet's in my pocket is, I'm bigger than you in every way, shape, form, or fashion, brother. So
Well,
again,
it's cool to use your imagination.
Let's not make this about size, brother. Little fella.
Is that what you're called, Mr.
This is so entertaining. This is so entertaining.
Don't bail this little nigga out.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to bring light
Smell
to
the roses. Stop. Smell the rose, baby. You didn't jump in when he was talking to me, so don't jump in now while I'm talking. My nigga, you lose your money, you lose everything. You a little nigga that like
you have nothing to lose. No, you the little nigga. I got 2 businesses and 4 properties. What do you got?
T.I. We don't care.
What do you got? What do you got?
Brother,
what do you have?
Enough to be on the same panel with you.
No, you are the patriarch of nothing.
All right, so this what kills me, right? Why is it that when some people don't agree with you, they go into this temper tantrum and start attacking your character? Why do these people do that? And I'm noticing these podcasters are starting to really, really get loose at the mouth. They starting to do things that they wouldn't necessarily do in person. And I just want to know what y'all thoughts on that, because I mean, these guys will get to going off and just saying stuff they don't even know nothing about the person they attacking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start with King. What's your thoughts on with some of what we've seen, man? Why these podcasts starting to get rough in these podcast streets? What's going on, man?
Man, I honestly don't know why it's starting to get rough, but they are. It's like it just to me shows a value of insecurity of themselves, like especially when they directly go towards the pockets of somebody you don't even know what they doing, and then in the moment of like when you keep carrying on, especially like for example, guys, when we're on the StreamYard, like there's only so much audio that can come through at the same time without it like clashing again, so you can't understand. So it's like the person obviously don't understand, like your message is not even getting across. You just sound like a bunch of mess. And I don't know what this is, what is going on. I don't know if it's because you don't feel validated enough, and you're trying to create some incitement to get engagement, and you think that controversy is going to cause that. But really, I'm gonna land my plane. It really just really shows an insecurity that you have, probably about money, since you brought up money first.
Yeah.
To someone you don't know their pocket. I mean, I don't think he's not your financial advisor, is he, Mr. Fantastic?
That's a good.
Not at all. Not my CPA. None of that.
Well. Yeah. I say the same thing too, man. I agree with your sentiments too as well, because when I was watching it, you know what I'm saying, and I started and because I seen the thing and I say, damn, I say Fantastic got something into it with somebody. I said, let me watch this. I say, let me see who Fantastic chewed at. So I started watching, and then I saw him, and I was like, whoa, that's that guy. Because I remember the guy, because some of his stuff went viral, and look, I was, it really, the thing about this is man, it's really true. He proves the point that money doesn't change you. It just exposes who you've been the whole time. Because sometimes it takes money for you to get comfortable being who you are, even if it's not a good person. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. Cosplay is real. A lot of us cosplay to get by in life, especially when we're insecure, like King said. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being real is cool. So even a fake person is going to do their best to cosplay being real in order to fit in or get by. And when I saw him, that's basically what I saw. And it was like, just like this, he lost a supporter. Like, I ain't never found that support, but I supported him in social media world because I liked some of the clips and stuff I saw. But then it was like I saw a demon. When I watched, I'm like, this is the guy who they cutting up clip and saying these powerful statements. And I'm like, there you go. A broke clock, right twice a day. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw it, I instantly lost respect for him because I see he cosplaying. You know what I'm saying? I see he cosplaying. You know what I mean? So Steve, well, now let me go to Christian. I don't want the lady to go last. So Miss Christian, I would love for you to give us your breakdown of some of what you saw from a female's perspective.
I mean, when I look at it, I just feel like it's just the culture now. Like, you come on the radio, like, big hit is a woman calling a man brokey, like that's just kind of like what it's all about now. You have to be rich, you have to drive foreign, you have to be an entrepreneur. This is just what the culture of everybody out here, even me working in the dating show, this is what these girls say. These Delulu bitches be like, yo, I need to make a $100,000 man. He needs to be 6'4" and everything. I'll be like, what is it about you that's gonna make a nigga like that want you? Because explain it to me, because I'm just trying to let you know, girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like it goes on both sides. The second that somebody feels like they're losing an argument because Mr. Fantastic was articulating himself in a proper way, and he didn't have nothing else to go to, so I'm gonna go, you broke, I got this, I got that. He's out here like shouting out what he has, and like a real nigga would never do that shit. Because the first thing goes to my mind is, damn, you yelling out you got 4 properties. Somebody might try to rob you now. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is you saying that on the internet? You know what I'm saying? So it's all just a lot of these dudes, when they're hit with intellects, they, and it's females as well. Like, I popped a balloon. The girl ain't got nothing to say to a dude. Pop, well, why don't you like him? I got more money than him. He's a brokey. You know what I'm saying? Making it seem like that's the end all be all, and nobody really knows. That is just the first thing that goes in people's mind nowadays, is you're valuable because you're lit on the internet or because you got a bunch of nice stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the man, I'm lit when I log off this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not concerned about, what's going on the internet or what the fans are saying or what people's opinions are. But I feel like I'm one of few, because so many people are like, a lot of people are living literally off of like what the fuck is going on their social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So basically, let me see if I can translate your language into to men's language. So basically, he was doing some shit abroad to do.
Exactly.
What a real nigga, police.
Just saying.
Y'all heard it
You
right
heard
here.
it. Hey, I didn't say it, Mr. Opulent.
I did.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Nah, I agree. Nah, we don't bar nothing over here. So with that being said, let me I'm gonna go to Steve, and then I want Mr. Fantastic to follow up on this. Steve, what and one of the reasons I'm gonna start out with you, because one thing I do know enough about you is that I've heard you talk, and I know you know big words, but you talk how you talk because that's your culture, and you comfortable right in your skin. What's your thoughts when you see these guys who try to out debate you, not based off logic or or stats or quote unquote facts, right? But they always try to outword you as if that's gonna mean that means you automatically win, which I don't, which is an ignorant state of mind to me, because just because you may articulate more big words than I choose to, because a lot of times we choose to, because like when I seen them start trying to word attack Mr. Fantastic, I'm like, I heard Mr. Fantastic talk, Mr. Fantastic know just as many 13 letter words as you, Negro. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And so what's your thoughts on guys or people that in general that do that? How do you
Them people
respond
be
to that?
suckers. They trying to find another way to come at you because you won the battle already. Really and truly. Hello?
Steve, go
Wow.
ahead, Fantastic.
And we
Steve good at the one punch answers. I got to get used to that.
Yeah, he good on that. Boy, he hit it though.
Yeah, he hit it. Yeah. Mr. Fantastic, what's your thoughts about that, man? What are they thinking? What's your response to that? Especially because I saw you go head up with somebody that tried to outword you, and you know just as many 13 little words as him.
Yeah, man. Like you said, it's just tactics, man. Like I said, at our age, we've seen it all. You know,
Yeah.
verbal conversation, physical conversations, mental conversations, back and forth. It's just competition, and I'm cool with that. But
Yeah.
like you guys said, you can tell when someone's losing because you make it about something that it's not about. You know what I'm saying? We can stick to the topic, because if you get to whatever else and everything else, it's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go, right? And again, most importantly, as a man, I make everything around me. None of it makes me. Right. So as soon as
Yeah.
I see a man tell me everything he got and I got this and I got this and this and this and that, brother, that's how you define yourself, man. Hey, congratulations. But what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You wake up tomorrow and all that's gone. You feel
Yeah.
me? I always
Yeah.
lead with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 And it's not the
Exactly.
Christian. Most importantly, now you're just making yourself a target. Oh, you got it like that. You know what I'm saying? And that can be on both sides of it. For he's married, so I'm not gonna bring the females into it or whatnot, what have you. But
Yeah.
hey, them dude, them YNs with them shiesties out here, man.
Straight up.
You feel me?
Had these coming.
Hey,
Man.
Yeah. 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 But I found that interesting, man.
Can I
When
add
I was,
something about the
that's
topic?
good. Yes, please
Okay,
do.
just like in general, like the internet thuggery is just out of control as well. And like there's so many people that are on podcasts, YouTube reactors, and they just talk out the side of their neck and they talk tough, you know? And really what it is, I've come to realize they've gotten very comfortable in that space because they sit in the house in a room by themselves and talk shit to their little live chat and, never have to see anybody outside, I've actually had like a particular reactor who literally will just say whatever he wants to say about me, which I'm here for the jokes and all that's cool. And he literally says, like, I stay in my house because I can't go outside because of the way that I talk about people,
Damn.
And I've actually said, hey, just don't make jokes about mental health or me being a drug addict. Anything else on fair game. Talk about anything else, but let's just use our platforms, properly. So that's a big problem. They're not banking on the fact that they're actually going to have to go face to face with these people. They're just internet thugs, keyboard gangsters, and they just like that space. I actually was with my husband in LA, and we met up with some of the reactors. We did the show, everything. Got to end the night. He looked at me and said, "You was on there calling me a Timu Barack Obama. What's up?" You know what I'm saying? And they were just like, and he kind of smiled, I was like, hey, look, just, watch out on the jokes, and they were taken aback because they wasn't ready to have to face somebody, especially my husband, Steve, tell him he really liked that. They wasn't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just think it's a big, big problem and people are just getting used to it. And that's the reason why it's happening so much.
Gotcha. Yeah, because like I said in the beginning, it was just the only thuggery you saw on podcast was the Thug podcast, right? And it stayed where it was. You know what I'm saying? But now it's starting to leak over, and yeah, man, it's crazy. So mute your mics. We're gonna go add to this. I'm just adding layer to this, man. I just really want to mine it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's an important conversation. I think I'm ahead on that subject, so I wanted to go and take advantage of talking about it because I'm seeing it. It's just like when I started noticing rap. Like, whoa, rap is starting to. You gotta, if you ain't killed nobody or went to prison, you can't get a record deal. So You know what I'm saying? And people thought I was tripping, but then it happened, and then dang,
bro, it's the craziest junk in the world because all you like a poet, but you just do it to beats, and it seems like you got to be a gangster to be able to do this now.
yeah,
I'm like, man, it's the craziest junk in the world, man. I say people take something and take you way over there somewhere.
yeah. Because think about this: there's a Ludacris out there that can't get a record deal. There's a Fugees. There's a Fugees somewhere right now that can't get a record deal. There is a Black Thought. There is a Kweli Tabli. There is a Kid and Play. These guys can't get record deals. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what? You ain't gonna shoot nobody on the record? Nah, we can't sign you, bro. You.
I'm gonna say this now.
No, there's some good backpack rappers coming out right now.
No. You're right. But I'm
deals.
saying as far as they're not you can't get in the machine.
Yeah.
See, the Fugees could get in the machine. A Ludacris could get in the machine.
Well, I don't even know about the new music. I'm not listening to any of that shit. You know, I'm listening to 90s. I grew up in LA in the 90s. You know, I got my Pac on my shirt. You know what I'm saying? I love DJ Quick. You know, I don't even know about that new stuff anyway. Don't need it. So
Gotcha.
They really was thugging. They couldn't help it, you know.
Yeah. But then they didn't fake it either. Like
it was real, yeah.
Yeah, like Ice Cube actually told you he was reporting. When they did interviews, they told you they were reporting. Now these guys want to be it, talking, and tell you they are that. You know, it's a difference. It's all about the context of how you explaining yourself.
It's almost like they never saw the movie CB4.
Hey, Gusto ain't playing no games, man.
MC
not Gusto.
He Gusto in the house, you know what I'm saying?
All right, then y'all mute your mics. Let's go into the next topic. But this is just a segue into the same conversation, though.
He wanted to swing so bad. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Let me be very clear. I want to be very, very clear. I want you to hear it from me directly. I would have beat the shit out of Corey. These niggas in real life is frauds. Nigga, who Corey done beat up? Corey would have got the shit beat out of me. I would have beat the shit out of Corey. And I'm not, listen, I'm telling you, it is what it is. I would have beat the dog. I would have dog walked that nigga. I would have beat the shit out of Corey. His hands were shaking like a stripper. The nigga was scared. The nigga ain't want to do nothing. All of that woofing online. Nigga, I'm right here in your studio right in front of you. Nigga, if you feel so disrespected, then do something. The fuck is you talking about? Nigga, that's all we do in Detroit is fades. Nigga, that's why I keep telling you. Nigga, that's all we do in the city is fades. That's all we do. My brothers, my nephews, my uncles, my homies. That's all we do is fades. That's all we do. All of this is fade life. All this.
Long dog, I can't stop.
I'm just trying to see if I'm okay. If I got some too, I'm just trying to see.
I like that. Man, Anton, please forgive me, bro, but we gotta talk now. We gotta talk. We gotta have a conversation, brother.
Did y'all have the lunch table in high school, in junior high? Y'all know the lunch table in junior high, everybody kicked it at. That's what I felt like. I was there and we was listening to some Rudy Poo dumb guy talking about he would have beat somebody's ass. Like, no, we were all there at the fight, bro. We were all there waiting on you to swing on them.
Look, I'm gonna tell you why I died laughing. When I first saw the video, I started looking at my knuckles. Looking at my knuckles. I don't know why I started looking at my knuckles, Mr. Panther. I don't know what happened. I just was like,
oh my God. There's not a brother in the hood that I ever took as not serious when I saw them shaking or crying right before a fight. I've never not taken that seriously. That actually scared me more. Where I was like, man, you better be ready. You know.
Hey, here's the thing. I've been boxing since I was 10. I took karate from 8 to 20. And I'd have competed. My knuckles look fine. I'm
They
just
look all
saying.
right. They all right.
Look, Anton, that don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean nothing, dog.
I got some scars. I got some.
That nigga made himself look like a buster.
I did this one putting together an IKEA.
I love Anton, but he gotta chill, man. Like, let it go. You know what I'm saying? You walked into the line,
you got out of there unscathed.
You got out of there, dog.
You got out of there unscathed, man. Just let it go.
Let it go, bro.
Just let it go, bro. He could have won. He could have won on this. He could have won on this. He would have just left it alone. Just been quiet for all 2 weeks. Just be quiet.
His ass.
Hey, Anton,
the man told you kiss white ass and you apologize.
Hey, Anton and bought a farm. He been milking this shit.
What kind of shit is that, man? Fuck you and how you feel about what I said, nigga. What's up?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Man, Anton about a farm. He milking this for every dollar. I ain't man.
Hey, y'all, we gonna have a Corey Holcomb Antoine fight like Jake Paul in a minute.
He said, I'm gonna milk this. Hey, and this what made me laugh. After he said it, he turned. Say, nah, that ain't it. That ain't
His
it.
manager, somebody was sitting on the side and said, nah, you weren't supposed to say that.
You weren't supposed to say that, man.
Hey, man. That was, I don't know why I found that clip fun. I was like, Anton bugging, man. Anton is bugging. You got out there unscathed. You know what I mean? You whether you were afraid or not, you faked it good. Hey, look, I ain't mad at you. Sometimes if you gotta fake it to get out the fight, you think I'm gonna hold it against you. See, here's my thoughts about it. Again, it's one of them things where, to me, I don't think nobody won. I don't think this is gonna age well for either of them, because when negative things about you get exposed, you know what they're gonna remember the most, right? The negative.
But
and so to me,
Corey Holcomb got the best stage to clean his up though.
Nah, I don't know about
I'm gonna say this because he can make a joke out of it.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna forget the negative though, people.
I got you, but I'm just saying that's just like with Chris Rock. We ain't gonna forget the negative for him getting slapped, but it's like he can still make a joke out of it.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's
all I'm saying, bro. Nothing more.
Yeah,
man. I didn't even know he was. Listen, man. Like I said, I didn't know this was still going, or like he went that far out. Because
he milking it, man. Miss Panther, you gotta chill, dog. That's my boy, but
that's not your life, Anton, bro. We know that, bro. Come on, dog. Like, come on, man.
Come on, man. Come
hey,
on,
man. Like, hey, like you said, you gotta sell it. If you gonna go and you gonna make it, you gotta sell it, bro. So again, I say, hey, man, you can't knock the hustle. That's what you're doing. If you're trying to capitalize on this, this algorithm and all this shit and whatever. Hey, man, hey, it's WWE, baby. You gotta sell it.
Because he WWE. He might be on WWE soon with this acting, boy.
Hey, that nigga Randy Macho Randy Savage on this bitch. He Ric Flair, Ric Flairing it. He out
well.
I'm bad, I look good, and you don't.
Hey, when I was watching, I was thinking about the wrestlers before they go out on to the ring.
Exactly.
Oh man, no man. And here's the thing. I hate to say this. This is how you know Anton really ain't been in that life, which is cool. I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know me. I hate games. I hate that thug crap, and I hate the fact that my culture they will give a care package to somebody coming out of jail than somebody in college, right? I'm in agreement with that. I hate that. I don't like it, and I agree. I agree with 95% of everything Anton says. And out of the 5% that I don't agree with him, it's only the 2% of what I don't agree with him that I really have a problem with, and it makes me not trust him to a certain extent when it comes to how I see him as a whole. Now I know that's a small percentage, but that 2% is heavy to me. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: you can't. I get it business wise. I get it. It makes sense. But I don't where I think he lost is that it's not going to age well because you embarrassed yourself in front of your core audience. You did because you were never seen that way, and all these years you sold yourself to be this certain way in this stand up, and you end up becoming the ghetto-ness that you condemned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm disappointed at, you know what I'm saying? I think he should not be worried about who don't like him. They didn't whoever don't like you didn't like you before you went to Corey. Going to Corey only just gave him a reason to keep not liking you. I think it should matter to him about the people who did like you and support you, but now they like it like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know, man. Now dang, this is what we doing. You know what I'm
I would
saying?
say he was good when he left the interview, but him keep going on and on about the interview and saying like he'll beat the man up and stuff. You going too far. You need to just lig it like you said, bro. No bull.
Yeah. Yeah. Take it, it's kind of like gambling, right? This is this is how I see it, right? If you win $100,000 at the table at the casino, it's like he done won, but he keep going back and gamble. Bro, you already won. Just take your W's.
Take
Just
it
just
run.
just run with it. Don't keep going back and gamble because if you keep poking the bear, it's gonna be a problem because at the end of the day, you put yourself inside of street politics, and this is how I know Corey really don't know. I mean, Anton don't know the streets like that because let me tell you something about California. Ain't no such thing as nothing not being connected to the streets out there. It's just that bad, bro. It's just that bad. I lived out there. I grew up years. Like I say, people know my grandpa was Black Panther, so we were stationed in Oakland and San Francisco. That was the heart of it, bro. In LA, I grew up in Inglewood, even though I'm from Texas. Listen to me,
I
bro.
lived out there.
That's a whole nother. Come on, that's you get killed for not checking in there.
Yeah.
It's one thing to not check in these other places. You can get by, you can get around. Man, in California, you will actually die if you don't check in.
Correction. You will
He shouldn't
die
be
if you check
playing.
in. You will die if you check in, and you will die if you don't check in.
Joking. You ain't lying, dog.
That's how fucked up LA is.
And Anton ain't ready for that. Chill out, bro. Stop playing. Let
And
it go.
it's
You're
not.
wrong.
And it's not to say Detroit ain't it. I've been on 7 Mile. I've
Mhm.
been inside the restaurants. I seen the 2-inch plexiglass at McDonald's. I seen
Yeah.
it, so I get that too. But I thought there was a conversation about millionaires and billionaires or 100,000aires don't see racism. They don't have a problem. They
Mhm.
see business. So what is all this immature bravado pushing it around type of thing? You know,
Yeah.
it don't look good. It ain't a good look, man. It just ain't a good look.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Anton, he's just fake. I mean, and he tried to rage bait him. He was being very immature. He was acting differently than what he stands for. I feel like, yeah, Corey called him kissing the white man's ass, but I kind of feel like you're a black Republican. It's a blatant insult. You get called a Uncle Tom, you get called, kissing the white man's ass. To the nicest thing, no. But to then combat it with you suck, black dick. I mean, that's horrible. You don't say that. There's just some things that are just off limits. Some things that are just automatically fighting words in somebody's face. I don't think that
Yeah.
what Corey said was the best, but what he said was crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? And then he continued on when he had every opportunity to let it die out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You know what, Christian? You made me think of a good example to defend my point on the disrespect, right? Because Mr. Fantastic had said something in one of the podcasts he was on. He had said that, Corey disrespected him when he said, but what I like what Fantastic had said was he said what's considered okay, so the levels of disrespect of what you say, it tends to be based off where you at, where you're from, right? Your area, right? And so that I like what he said about that because it is true. But if I use this analogy, do y'all think this is kind of a good way to defend my thoughts on it? Which to y'all is worse, saying if you get into it and he say, I effed your wife or I effed your daughter? Which one is worse? Because both of them are disrespectful, but which one is worse to you? Which one would give you a little higher level of hostility?
Shit.
It goes by the aspect of each. If my daughter 20, I mean,
What's the
18
age
or
of the daughter?
older,
Yeah, like it differs if
she
she's a
did
minor
that.
versus
Now,
an
if
adult.
she young and you raped her, that's something different.
No. What I'm saying is it could be a lie, whatever the case, right? Right. I'm just saying which one would give you a higher level of hostility? Saying somebody effed your wife or effed your daughter?
I think it's the same.
It's the same for me, bro.
Same. Okay.
I don't have a wife no more. So you
Stupid.
so
To me,
he says how he want to be. Like, okay, well, hey, I guess. But like I said, I think Kristen asked a good question. It depends, right? Is he trying to get a rise out of me, or like did it like you feel me? So I don't know, man. Like I said, people say wow.
That's exactly what Antonio do. Me, I think my daughter would be a little bit more raise a higher level of like hostility with me, because I'm gonna say, hey, my wife's grown. She you know what I'm saying? Like
she made that decision.
Yeah, if it's true, she made that decision. But if my daughter, I don't know now. That might push me over the edge. But I respect both sides of the spectrum that say it was equally disrespectful. But me personally, I think it was like 1 pound to 2 tons in disrespect for me.
But I'm gonna give you this too.
But then what I will say this too is that like I'm Team Corey Holcomb. I actually have a personal connection to Corey Holcomb. And I actually talked to somebody who was in the room. Everybody knows all my friends are rich and famous. So like I talked to somebody in the room. I know other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like in the last 30 days, I've been in one of Corey Holcomb's homes. So I ride for Corey, and he was right and that nigga was wrong. And that's how I feel. It's a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? But
hey man, I'm disagree. If you tell me I kiss white ass and I tell you suck black dick, I won. That's all that happened. It was equal.
I don't think nobody won.
He is a black Republican.
There's no winner
He should
in
be
this.
used to people saying stuff like that. You kiss white ass, you're Uncle Tom. That is a blatant statement that people say to black Republicans.
Hey man, like I said, my boy won when he said you suck black dick, and that's where it went.
No, I like how Fawcett Media put it. Like, we've been using kissing ass since the office, in the corporate office room. Don't be brown nosing, nigga.
Yeah.
Quit kissing ass. Even that term was used in the 90s on TV. Like, you could say kissing ass.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's not. It could be derogatory.
It's not the best, but it's not the same as telling a heterosexual man you suck dick. That's disrespectful. Just certain levels you don't go to. And he wasn't.
Hey man, just because he said white ass, it was the same. If he would have said you just kiss ass when he said white ass,
but it could be a white.
Doesn't he though?
It took the man over the hook.
But doesn't he a little bit though? I mean, at times.
But let me bring it back to Rock. What Rock be saying? Rock be saying the black community as a whole is a representation like the female. So if he could have just said you just eating the black woman pussy or something, he could have said that to Corey. That would have been more appropriate because Corey
he was trying to win.
Because Corey probably does eat pussy. He would have won.
But even Anton even went on to say on his own podcast or something that he was purposely rage baiting him. He was saying things to continue to irritate him, and he had no idea in his mind to try to make things civil. He said, "I was doing it on purpose. I do content," which is whack. You know, you're going to go over there and continue to make a situation elevate when you could be very mature, let it go and say, no, I do this. I create content. I have all these followers, just like what that nigga was doing with Mr. Fantastic. Oh, I have this. I have that. I have content. I have followers. I have money. That nigga's fat and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like he just crying out like, you know, like Mario, I can hear your heart crying. And he's like acting, you know, he just crying out now. He's
I ain't gonna lie. I just like it because that's some shit I would have said if somebody came at me like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, and you can do that. No judgment, but I'm just saying my opinion, and I'm just one little nigga and Katie, and my opinion is that.
Yeah, but let me say this, right? So I want to add another element to it. I know that now, Christian. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is something that you did just expose respectfully. Why is it? And I guess I know the answer to why, but it does make the conversation sometimes challenging. You admitted that your bias chose a side. Now, let me ask you this. What is it so important about your bias that gives you the dying need to have to overlook who was wrong and who was right in any of the different events that occurred that night? Why does your bias association with one side matter so much to where you will overlook where Corey was wrong? Because Corey was wrong in different parts of the show too. There was first of all, you don't tell your guests to kiss. You don't tell your guests that.
Okay, here, I know what I want
to
to
say.
say.
Real weird if I come to somebody's house and they tell me
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everybody's different. First and foremost, like I'm funny and I'm always gonna put a little sauce on stuff. So I said that, but then after that, I felt that I articulated, you know, in an intelligent way, the reasons why I feel that the offenses were not the same. You know, even though I said that, I'm still explaining to you outside of that the reasons why, because my opinion is that those two, you know, insults do not match, right? And the thing is that these two gentlemen don't like each other and they were coming to have a conversation, right? No one thought that it was going to explode, but everyone knows they have differences of opinions, different political views and whatnot. And we all wanted it to be a healthy debate, okay? So I don't agree with the fact of him not saying, you know, coming on his show and saying, you know, kissing ass, like on my show, you know, these girls come and they'll say something to me and I'll be like, but no, you got a BBL. You know what I'm saying? You bought your whole body. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have just acted right, went to the gym, worked out, but you look ridiculous. You know, I'll call people out. I'll call them a manufactured Humpty Dumpty looking asshole, and I've invited them on my show. If that's what it takes for me to be able to articulate what I'm trying to make them understand if we're having a difference of opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that was so offensive. You know, I don't think I even said it earlier. It wasn't the best thing. It isn't the greatest thing ever. I'm not saying that he wasn't wrong, but I'm saying that the two insults didn't match, in my opinion. And then after that, Corey tried to calm the conversation down, get them back on track, and Anton refused. And then Anton went out on his own and even admitted it and said it. Yes, I could have calmed down, but at that moment, I decided I wasn't going to be nice no more. I was going to continue to turn up because I create content, and this is content for me. You know, so that's the reason why I am, aside from my bias, on the side of Corey Holcomb, and also this silly shit that he doing with the knuckles and I was gonna beat that nigga up and da-da-da. I ain't never seen no real nigga make an announcement on the internet they was gonna beat somebody up, because if you really were going to, you would want them to forget about it so you can, you know, creep in the night. You always, you know what I'm saying? Like it's silly. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never ever in my life seen no shit like that and took it seriously. Who's the comedian at this point? Is it Corey or Anton? Is this a skit, nigga? Oh, you doing content again. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's not just my bias. Do you feel me or not?
You know what? You cooked. I ain't gonna lie, you cooked. You cooked on that. You know what I'm talking about? You cooked
my baby.
on that. All right,
Reese is in
so
disbelief right now.
I'm not
yeah.
just cute, you know, I'm smart and stuff.
But hey, Rock, hey, I greatly appreciate you having me, brother.
Okay, then
I'll
got
make
you,
sure to
got you.
pull up another time, man. Hey, appreciate
Okay,
y'all.
that's
It's
Y'all
what's
so
take
up.
care.
nice
Nice
to
to
see you,
y'all.
Thank you,
Mr.
All right,
brother. Thank
Fantastic.
you
So
for
nice
coming
to
on,
meet
man.
you.
For sure. Y'all have a great one.
all right, that's what's up, fam. All right, so let me ask you this. So I'm gonna go with King. King, if you blatantly disrespected somebody and they ask you to say it again, are you gonna say it again?
If I blatantly disrespect somebody, hell
Yeah,
yeah, I do it daily, every fucking morning.
no, but no, I'm putting you in the same position. If you
Oh,
blatantly disrespect somebody, like Corey did, okay, so it's not about what you would do. We know you wouldn't do it, but if you did, and you are already in that situation, um,
and I said
what
it.
the? Hold on.
I got two reasons. Oh,
Doesn't matter. So no. Would you? And they say it again. Would you say it again? Yes or no?
yeah, yeah.
You took too long.
Because I'm
You
trying to
took too
understand
long.
where you're coming from. Because I'm like, the only reason if I wouldn't say it again, because I don't know if there's anything that I wouldn't say that I'm not gonna back up what I would say. Now,
No.
I don't know what you
Would
said.
you say it again? Yes or no?
I just said yeah.
Okay, and it was a long yeah. You
Because I'm trying to understand where you come because I don't get it.
yeah, I'm just messing with you.
I still don't get it, but I'm gonna say yeah because I'm that's the type of
Yeah,
nigga I am.
no, if you disrespected somebody and they ask you to say it again, regardless of whatever led to it, maybe your reason was just, but if they say it again, so you would say it again.
Yeah, because maybe they didn't hear me.
Gotcha. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. If I say something once, I can say it twice. If I
Yeah,
say something once, I can say it twice.
I can say
I'm serious. And so it's funny how so many people misread that, right? And so I'm like, people misread it and was thinking that was Corey, that was Anton having a one up on him. I'm like, no, that was a one down. You were scared
that
because
was a
at that point he gave you an ultimatum and said, you do it. If you say it, it's on. Like at that point, Corey let him know that now I don't care about going to jail.
I got a
That
different
point.
view of that. You heard him say it the first time. If it's on, it's on.
no, bro.
Nah,
Nah.
He already told you this one.
That's
Why I
not
gotta tell you again?
because you got you're
because he took it to another level.
you're taking all the reality out of it. You're taking the reality out of it by saying that. Let me tell you why. Because first and foremost, those are two top-notch YouTube podcaster influencers. Like they know YouTube community guidelines. They know they're on YouTube. They know they got a platform. So they're gonna have and then also Corey Holcomb knows that he already done slapped and elbowed a motherfucker already. So he like
He got
holding
to be
back.
extra careful.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And then at the same time, Anton did two things. He doing a stall tactic. The stall tactic was, nigga, we could take this outside. Nigga, take it outside for what? We right here. Why we gotta go over there and go over here?
That's why I said
that's a stall. That was a stall tactic on Anton's part. And
bro,
then
that's why I
and
said
then
either
and
way
then
it goes, you
and
was
then
gonna hit
Anton
me right
stands up.
here for saying you do that, you gonna hit me. I don't gotta say it again. We still online.
But then Anton stands up and he turns his back to the so-called aggressor. He turns his back to him. What man that's ready to fight is gonna turn your back to? You don't know what that person's gonna do. That ain't no real fighter. So everything about it was fake. It's fake on his part. I call Anton out any day. It's fake. That was fake.
It was whack. It
And
was
it's
whack
also
on both
too
of them,
like you
McCoy.
can cut up because you got security. What's really gonna happen?
It was whack
You
on
know what
both
I'm
of
saying?
them, McCoy, to me though. On the
You
real,
know, I mean, like
I'm gonna
I
give
would
you
cut up
that.
too.
But I'm just saying some of the tactics people was using, say it again. Like we 10. Not the stick out my
I
shoulder.
feel like really what happened in that moment,
Man,
and I
get the
feel
fuck
like
out of here. We grown men.
I think that I don't think that people should always expect people to be like mind readers and shit. So I feel like what Corey was saying was like, hey, look, just in case you didn't know, I take that as an ultimate level of disrespect. So don't say it. You know what I'm saying? He first had to set that boundary with him. He wasn't just going to be like, okay, I'm not going to assume that this nigga knows. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and set this boundary and say, hey, look, I take that as disrespect. So after that, he kept on, say it again, you know?
Right.
Cross now that I've put the line of the sand on this one, cross the line now. That's what I felt like that engagement was about.
Yeah, I take it like Corey Holcomb, like it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he gonna pull your shirt tail, make sure, hey, he gonna make sure, hey, you want to mind your manners at somebody else's house real quick? If not, I can dust that ass. I can put belt to ass. Because just like you talk to your nephew that's 16, 17, that's out of line, like, hey, you sure? Because I still can put belt to ass. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what Corey Holcomb did, because he was like, wait a minute. This is an intellectual corporate guy. Maybe he doesn't know what he's saying. Because like I said two episodes ago, I said white boys in football, adolescents, they talk like that to each other. You suck my dick, man. Suck my dick. And it's nothing. But you can't, that same white boy can't go to the hood and say that to another nigga. Because you're going to get your ass whooped real quick.
Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Yeah,
like I said, it's the ultimate disrespect, and I feel like boy know what he was doing when he said it.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Steve. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you why Anton ain't that smart, ain't that street smart. Because you go to the West Coast in LA and you put your life at risk for a few extra podcast views. I think that was highly stupid.
Not smart.
That ain't smart, bro. That's not smart at all. I don't want success that bad. Rappers dead over success. You know what I'm saying? We can't overlook that, Steve.
It's some parts of stuff that be taken, like it's some stuff that's part of entertainment that ain't part of street. And sometimes we tie them to in, and they don't go. Corey Holcomb ain't no being tied to no game or nothing in LA.
It don't matter.
Be worried about that.
It don't matter.
Somebody who might just rock with him. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like that's what they want to do. Because they feel like, oh, he's in my city acting up and I fuck with him. Let me show him what happens when he's in LA. People just do that type of shit.
Hold on. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm with King. Let's say we on a video shoot. And somebody walk up to him and they have issues. And he say, kiss my ass. And then the dude say, it's mine. What you think I'm gonna be ready to do, bruh? It's on. It's gonna be violence. So Anton wasn't that smart, bro. He in somebody's house and he tell him the SMD. Even if the other person disrespect. Look, if I go to somebody's house and there's an issue between me and that person in that house and they disrespect me, man, I'm leaving. It ain't in my favor, dog. We live to fight another day. What I'm gonna tell the police? They all gonna lie on them. You think they gonna say I was in the right and I'm in his house with his people? So I ain't got no flex. I'm gonna lose in court and I'm gonna lose my teeth.
and being if it is about the numbers, there's so many other ways they would have made the numbers, because we know who Anton is and they know who Corey is. And if they would have had a sensible conversation, stand in each other's ground, that would have made numbers right there in a long.
And Corey showed,
and Anton wouldn't allow it.
And Corey showed, and he verbalized that he wanted to. He felt like he said it. We don't see eye to eye. We don't like each other. But he said, I feel, and he said, I feel. Man, when a man say I feel, that means he coming from the heart. It's genuine. Because don't no man say I feel if it ain't really coming from the heart. That means it's personal. He like, but I feel that we can come common ground or have a discussion. Man, Anton came in disrespected. First of all, Anton came in on some gay stuff. Yeah, see, guys like them, I think they jack off with their socks on. Where that come from?
What?
Why is that something to talk about?
What? Who said that?
Anton, that was the introduction to the conversation. when he
And
came
another
in, his,
thing that he was saying that I didn't like, he was like, "Oh, I don't know nobody who's ever been in prison. I never been in prison. I don't hang out with felons. I don't hang out with people on parole. You know, like I'm not around anybody like that." And I'm just like, why are you talking down on like, you know,
Good people.
people in that situation?
You're talking down on good
What's
people.
your beef? You know, but then you're talking all tough, but you ain't broke a law in your life, and you say that you don't got nobody from the streets on your back. It's just he just confuses me.
But
I just don't
yeah,
know, who are you? You
But
know?
he in the streets of
But he
Detroit.
in the streets, but he don't know nobody from the streets.
Right.
I'm on the streets, I would never talk to them.
In
You know?
Detroit. In
Yeah.
Detroit.
yeah. And then another thing I wanted to add too, I seen one of his arguments, and what a lot of people's argument was why everybody going in on him and not Corey. Well, let me say this, Anton, if you watching this or when you watch this. Anton, I agree with 95% of everything you say. And he say, and also out of the 5% that I don't agree with you on is 2% that bothers me. And I have a right for it to bother me. And here's the thing. It was 2 questions that you couldn't answer. And I don't like that. The man asked you, was you black? And you denied it. You said, I'm Christian. You ran from it, bro. Now, what I don't like is what King called a truth loop. Yeah, his response was the truth, but you looped it because you did it to get away from the actual question and answering it. So, which means that you were in denial of who you are, regardless of if the race was a social construct. Okay? Because guess what? The word white is in that social construct too. Okay? So let's stop the BS. Also, this one blew my mind. And this is where I love when 2K said it on his show. He said, this is what I can't stand about people and religion. It was that particular subject, though. And he said, because when it comes, he said, some of the most intelligent people are getting stupid when they start talking about politics or religion. They get stupid. They get retarded. Like, man, I thought you were smart. Now you're talking stupid. And you in the ignorance that you exposed was you sat there and said you were Christian first and said race is a social construct. Well, my brother, religion is a social construct, brother. What are you talking about?
Thank you. Thank you.
Not knocking it, but they're both social constructs.
And the white man wants you to acknowledge white Jesus before you acknowledge being black. So that's the reason why Corey Holcomb says you be kissing the white man's ass.
And the reason why he's doing that is the same reason he want that we already see. Tiffany Cross, the reason why she's on CNN again is because they got to keep the narrative because they're looking for a job application. They're looking. Roland Martin's looking to get hired by CNN right now as he is running his Black Star Media for the last, I think, 8 years and doing what he's doing, but he still will break his motherfucking neck to get the CNN to call him. Anthony Daniels is looking to get on Fox News, y'all. If he ain't on there in 2 years from now, watch. That's what he's looking for. So
and also
go against the narrative. He can't use logic in his narrative.
Gotcha. And also I want to add to this, Anton. Anton, listen. When somebody's hands is shaking, brother, that do not mean they scared. That mean they ready to go in. I don't know what made him think that, bro. And the internet let them know. They're like, Anton, no, you can't have had too many fights, bro, in the streets, bro. Let me tell you something. I got a cousin named Tobo. That's his nickname, y'all. That's not his government name. So can anybody say I'm snitching on him? My cousin Tobo, he was a knockout artist in the streets. That's what he did. You don't want to fight him. Most of his fights didn't last long. It was just 1 or 2 hits. It was a wrap. He probably got 2 L's, man, in his whole career. Street guy, crip. You want to know what he used to do before he ended up whooping somebody? He would end up he would cry. Did y'all ever say he would start crying? He would tear up. We used to be like, dang. He so crying for he knocked you out.
That's it. That's what I said. I don't mess with nobody to start crying.
It's just an emotional response. Everybody's body's gonna have a different emotional response to the buildup of adrenaline, you know.
Exactly.
And like, you know, you have to be like educated and understand science and shit. So another thing I'm saying, the nigga's fake, he's dumb. You know, my opinion, just me. It's just me.
Christian
It
Rock.
don't make no sense. I know who you want to be. One day he's in the streets of Detroit, then he don't know no street people. So you don't know one crackhead. You from Detroit and you don't know one crackhead. Stop playing with me, Anton. Come on. Even I know a couple crackheads from Detroit. And they just saying, you know, so it's just like
I don't think it's gonna age well. And I'm not wishing bad on him. He's successful, man. You know, he was the first podcast that I was actually on. I was on his podcast several times. And so I appreciate it. I met him and everything. I went to his Atlanta show. When I met him, his energy was good, man. He hugged me and everything. I met his wife. That's why I met 2K. Me and 2K, we actually cool. We communicate and stuff like that. He done gave me some game, you know. But this goes to show proof that I don't care if you're my mama, man. You're not above reproach. Nobody's above reproach. Not Trump, not him, not King, not me. King, no, I ain't above reproach. King can check me. Man, ain't nobody above reproach. And I think that's what Anton has to understand, because prior, less than a week before he went on Anton's show, he disrespected his own co-host Quentin.
Yeah, he does.
With the same gay crap. He disrespected him.
Out of the blue.
And he said something about S&D. And I'm like, this is a pattern.
Oh, so it's a pattern?
It's a pattern.
Pull that up. Yeah, he just disrespected Q out of the blue, like he just
out of the blue.
Maybe he's going through something. We should just pray for him. But he's going through
no,
something
I'm not. You see me, everything I'm speaking is hey, look, if the truth hurt him, that ain't my problem. But other than that, I'm not down talking to him. I'm just speaking fact.
I'm gonna light my Pimp C candle. I'm gonna light my Pimp C candle for him to still stop acting like a puss ass nigga. Look. Oh.
Well.
I was Joan of Arc in my former life.
Man, y'all is silly, man.
Can Lord please help Anton not to be a puss ass nigga? Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Pimp C.
Well.
Hit the button on her ass. Oh my God.
Join the member, man. Join the membership. You know what I'm talking about? Please subscribe. You know what I'm talking about? I want to thank y'all for watching. We got one more subject we're gonna go into. But with that being said, I want to end that conversation on a positive note. So let me start by saying this, Anton, you got to do better. This not gonna age well. And I want you to know that the reason why we ain't talked too much negative about we ain't gave too much constructive criticism to Corey is because one thing that makes it easier for us to accept people is when they let us know who we are and they're consistent in who they are. Anton, you have not been acting consistent with who you say you are. So you can't hold that against us when we start to question you and look at you sideways. You have not been consistent. Let me tell you something. Corey been Corey for 30 years. He ain't changed one bit. That man been who he is for 30 years. So we don't have much constructive criticism to give to Corey because we knew who Corey was before you came on the show. I don't agree with everything Corey say. In fact, I've never subscribed to Corey's show, but you want to know whose show I was subscribed to? Yours. I've never fully watched the 5150 show. But you know who I would stay up past my bedtime to watch? You. So all I'm saying is you don't have to care about people who don't like you anyway. But you need to be concerned about the people who do see you in a good light and they question who you say you are, because you're not doing a good job of it right now. And like Christians say, you know, maybe you're going through something and that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock you because you happen to be going through it on camera. And I would never just talk down on nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? But now, man, you got to come on with it because, you know, I mean, come on, man. You said fuck Malcolm X, bro. And what kills me about that, this is what kills me about when he said F Malcolm X. How you gonna say F Malcolm X, but you are literally a breathing example of him? He was a conservative. Can somebody please make that make sense? You said F Malcolm X, but he was a conservative. He used to do the same thing you do. He used to tear the liberals down every time he got a mic.
No.
Every time he had a mic.
When you walk in my house, the first thing you see is a framed photo of Malcolm X. I am so offended.
So when you sit here and you make a comment publicly saying F Malcolm X, when he literally embodied the same thing that you represent, that says to me that you are not as genuine as you say you are, because you cannot be. You said so. If I connect the dots, it's like your bias causes you to have it stops you in your tracks. Oh, okay. So Malcolm X was a conservative like you, but he not Christian. So F Malcolm X. Oh, the white lady, she got killed on the thing, and not saying it's not just, but she was a liberal white woman. So F that lady. I just don't think that if it was a Republican white woman, you would have the same sentiments.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
And that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? We just gotta be mindful. And I know it's a hard thing. You know, we're innately biased, because bias and selfishness is a security blanket for us as humans. That's how we evolve. You know what I'm saying? You know, but at the same time, us being humans, we should be wise enough and have the wherewithal to know when to move it out the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when to use it. You know what I mean? You feel me? But yeah. But any last thoughts on that, anybody, before we go to the next subject?
I'm cool.
Anybody? Okay. And let me add one more thing to it too. Another reason I wanted to bring up this conversation, and this might actually make y'all add layers to it, is that I'm not finna be the one that have a podcast that have all that drama. Because one of the things I didn't like when I saw the show that I had showed y'all with Mr. Fantastic on, where they was beefing, Fatty just let it go on. And one thing that I'm never gonna do on this show, if somebody end up blatantly disrespect somebody on the show, I'm stopping it, because that's not what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the entertainment that bad.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't have to force funny. I'm naturally goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
People are like always looking for viral moments, though. Like that's what they're trying to do. I was on one of my live shows doing a live follow-up with some of the contestants from the dating show. And this girl, she called, there's a black man on, my platform, and she called him a broke pussy. To me, that was below the belt. Ended her, kicked her off immediately. You can laugh, we can kiki, we can be a little bit petty, but I'm not going to allow you to put that level of disrespect to a black man, not on my platform.
Yeah.
Like,
And I see so much of that. I see so much of that.
Why do you think that you can talk to him like that? That word to call a grown ass man, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah, I've seen Fatty go back and forth on Anton show a while back, and the way he did it, it was just kind of like he couldn't even accept that sometimes he might be wrong. He wanted to be right, and he kept on like chipping at the truth. Like this get debunked, then he go back to this get debunked, then he go back to this. But he just kept on talking though. And I knew from then, I was like, that's Fatty. That's what he wants. He wants that type of vibe. So I ain't
And that's when I say, you ever heard that saying that hard work beats out talent? And so my thing is that I don't have to force it. I don't have to do things that's outside of my character to go viral, because hard work beats talent. Now you need talent, but you can't cheat the game. And like I said, man, if we can have viral moments on accidents. How many times we didn't have viral moments, King? Since Steve been on here, we didn't have viral moments.
Just talking, just saying what you need to say.
because you don't know what's gonna come out.
People gonna resonate with what you're saying. It ain't gotta be that. And if it does go there, it should be organically. It just happens because that's the personality you run into. But not some purposeful shit. And not trying to, like, Fatty could have came in and deadened that at any moment, and he didn't.
Exactly, and he didn't. It's like, you know, and I watch it sometimes, but I ain't gonna lie, I never watch Fatty whole shows because it is too chaotic. It's way too chaotic. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, he do put a little order in it sometimes. And I watch it. I do watch it when I watch it because I know I'm gonna get some laughs. And then I love hearing Fatty accent. You know what I'm saying? When he talking trash, that'd be funny.
That's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, man. I'm not. You know, it's like rap, man. I ain't finna let these streets flood in the podcasting, man. This is ridiculous, man. People getting shot and fighting and all this on podcasting now, and but then people get mad when I say the black culture trash. It is, as a whole, it is. Look what it's doing to podcasts. It's like everything we touch, we poison. That's where we've become now. And I don't mean everybody, I mean in general, because I know I'm not that.
It's more of the mentality that we carry that take it to everything, fam. It ain't just that.
We do
That's
the
what I
most.
feel like. It's more of everything, fam.
The problem
Everybody
is
think that somebody's supposed to respect them, give them a certain amount of respect, and all kind of stuff when they don't even deserve respect sometimes.
Well, I mean, I see it like this, right? Because you know, I'm a component in saying this. I think that respect is given and earned, right? You know, I think that's a given by default. But my thing is that the problem I have with black culture is that we either not gonna do it at all or we doing the most. We either doing too much or we ain't doing enough. That's the problem with us. It's never in the middle somewhere. We either doing the most, we either doing too much, or we're not doing enough. That's not good. Because the last time I checked, the top of the cake and the bottom of the cake don't mean nothing if the inside ain't right.
That's what I was kind of trying to go in there too, though.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, either we gonna do it this way or that way, but it's always some confusion somewhere.
Yeah, man, and it's crazy. It's like, come on, man, enough.
And it's like we search for it sometimes, even when it's not there.
Facts. We're looking for it.
I feel like everybody like wants to be a content creator, a podcaster. Like that's what everyone wants to do. So people come and they're like, hey, I want to do this because this is a glorified life. It seems like it's fun to do this. So I'm gonna, by any means necessary, you know, make content that's gonna go viral. So I'm gonna be talking tough and talking shit and disrespecting people because it's just over the internet, and then it becomes something that they have to consistently do. You have people that are like YouTube reactors that have built their audience off of talking shit about people, so they have to continue to do that to satisfy their audience. You have people that put out, you know, pages out that just, you know, show people fighting or showing just viral moments on the dating show when there's mad disrespect. So then you have these people who are creating these online shows that are encouraging the disrespect because they need this for their viral moments, is how they feel.
Yeah.
Versus, I always feel like if you really have the talent to be a content creator, whatever it is, those moments come, you know, they're natural and they're easy. And every viral moment doesn't have to be on, you know, a nigga moment.
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that, right? Because, and I'm not purposely talking down on this guy, but I have to use him as an example to prove what my point. So I know most of y'all heard of Twitch, right? So if you follow Twitch or if you've experienced Twitch, not necessarily having a page, right? Twitch is like podcast, it's like YouTube used to be with podcasters. It was more professional, right? Or even if it wasn't professional, if it was leisure, it was non-combative, non-confrontational, and it was user-friendly or viewer-friendly, which means that, in other words, it wasn't most of the people on Twitch, it wasn't a lot of cursing. It was mostly kids, you know what I'm saying? Or young adults, gamers, and things like that. And even when they talked, they didn't do all these cussing. So now the same people that poison rap, now these people and the rappers who are poisoned, they are bringing it to Twitch. And now what's that? Fox Walker. All he do is cuss all day like a sailor. And he talking about pimping and on. And I'm like, he's doing this on Twitch.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I just shook my head, man. I say, now we poisoning Twitch. Now Twitch getting ghetto.
Bro, that's like Facebook. It's the same way they got them pages where they got and selling sex stuff. You might get burnt up, all kind of stuff watching Facebook and stuff nowadays, man.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy.
It's
I'm
crazy.
not on Facebook. They got too much going on Facebook, and that's where all the, I mean, like 70% of like the arguments, like that my mom tells me about, start off, you know, well, she posted this on Facebook. You know, they got so much drama going on Facebook with the grandmas and the aunties and uncles and everything. Facebook is dramatic. Far away.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Facebook is crazy, and that's where you see a lot of like midnight keyboard heroes come out of nowhere, come out of the flanks. There's a couple of them that I brought on this show, and but they failed to come and join me on the show so they could talk their sass. They could talk their sass on the Facebook. I just got out of a conversation 2 minutes ago with one, and I'm just like, nigga, bring it here and talk it here. But it's like they won't, because they know their initial is just to be a disruptor. They're just mad that they can't prove me wrong. They feel I'm wrong, but they can't think if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just feel it. So that shit is a big thing too, where people are just they're just disruptors.
You know what? I totally agree with that, man. I totally agree with that. But I'm here to tell y'all, man, y'all can be successful podcasters without all that rah-rah and being overly messy. Because at the end of the day, the biggest podcasters are still the professional ones, more classy ones, where they talk about politics and science and things like that, like Stephon Burns. Man, when I watch his live, it'd be like 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 people on his stream. And he's talking about planets and the moon and comets. You know what I'm
it's about your audience and the people who like what you talk about coming to see what you talking about.
There you have it. And, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, like I was telling King, my new viewership rating is ridiculous. When I tell you, bro, when I check my analytics, bro, my new viewer ratings percentage is a 96.1. That's comparable to the big podcasters. Now, here's the downside. My retention rate is not as high. And so I'm working, and you know me, King. I don't make excuses. I'm like, what am I not doing? What do I need to do? I go all the way back to the drawing board. I'll do it 100 times. And so guess what I end up finding out? It's a good thing and a bad thing. So here's what I found out. When it comes to humans, people tend to be one-dimensional. So one-dimensional people want you to be one-dimensional. So you got people who they might have liked one of my videos that was about Boosie, right? But then they don't want to hear me talk about politics. So because I'm not following in the niche that's all they care about, they don't want to even support me or watch it, because they only want to watch hip-hop, right? Or hip-hop topics, or topics talking about mess. And then it could be vice versa. And so once I got wind of that analytics, you know what I said? There's a niche for me, and there's a market out there for me. There are multidimensional intellectuals out here who enjoy the ratchet and the intelligent and the politics, you know. So that's who I'm rocking with, and that's the audience that I'm gonna grow with, and I'm good on that. So I don't need viral. I don't need to force viral moments, or I don't need to force myself into a one-dimensional niche that one video that went viral got me. And then that makes me a sellout. That means I go to Hollywood and sell myself. It's the same thing on podcasting. It's like a small version of Hollywood. You gonna sell yourself, or you gonna keep it real? You know what I'm saying? You gonna keep it real with yourself. So I advise everybody out there, once you find your niche, you ride with your niche. If your niche is a multi-layered of like, mine is social commentary. You see what I'm saying? So that means a little bit of everything, whatever trending, I'm sticking with it. I'm not going to stick to just rap drama, hip hop drama, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So, and as you see, I got a very diverse panel. You know what I'm saying? Different perspectives and opinions, and we're gonna rock with it. Yep. Man, anything you want to add to that, Miss Christian?
Oh no, I'm
I like that mic.
I know.
Oh, thank you.
That mic dope. I've been looking at that mic the whole
It
time.
changes colors and stuff. Yeah, so I actually work for a production company. So like they buy me all the stuff for my live show. So the producer got me this mic.
Yeah.
Yes, and it'll change different colors and stuff too. It's really dope.
Yeah. And look at Steve. Look at Steve already moving up on the podcast. I see his mic clip.
I can't stand you. I got more stuff coming in.
Okay. Hey, there's levels, Steve. Let them know this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Well.
Okay, Steve. That mean I'm gonna be seeing Steve more often. He went and got him a
You know it's love. I like coming on here talking trash to y'all. You know it.
Yeah, man. I love it. I'm glad you're here too, man. You definitely
man, Steve is such a good. I remember one time I was recording and I was in a bad mood. I was stressed out. Went outside. Steve, had a little something for me, help me relax, get my mind right. Because I was about to start cussing these. I was about to start going off on these birds. I was about
cool ever since.
Yep. Tear the club up. I'm about to go off. So
Kristen, where you from?
Well,
if you don't mind me asking.
It's all good. I was born inside Louisiana, from a city outside of Lafayette, Louisiana. And it's Mardi Gras season right now. You heard me. It's trail ride season. It's our time to shine. Okay. There's only one Super Sunday and ain't the Super Bowl. Okay. So yeah, that's where I was born, my culture and everything. But I had an opportunity to move to California. So I grew up in the Anaheim area in the 90s. My dad got offered a job in Halliburton. And it was awesome. They were recruiting all the guys from Louisiana who knew how to do oil field.
I worked for Halliburton before.
Yeah, and it was like lit. Like my daddy, he used to call back home to his grandfather on Sundays because long distance. He'd be like on the phone, no, sir, I make the same as the white boys. No, sir, I got a company car. No, sir, no, they don't call me no boy. No, sir, it's nice out here. And like my grandfather. You ain't gotta lie to me, Craig. But yeah, so it was a really good opportunity for my dad to be able to go and in California, because we were in just a very racist, part in the country, and we just wanted to be able to live a good life and not have to worry about that. And I didn't know about any of that kind of crap, and it was a great time in California, but then we eventually came back down.
Okay,
so yeah, I'm like a Louisiana waste, I'm kind of like Stacey Dash from Clueless, at the Mardi Gras parade.
Gotcha. Guess what's up? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Do you have your own podcast show yet?
I have my show on Afro Vibes TV and radio.
Okay.
And it's called Sit Down Hoes. Let me talk to you real quick. So it's a really fun podcast. Actually, next week I'm gonna bring Shazam from H-Town. Good loving body rocking, knocking boots all night long.
Hey, when you talk to him, ask him about Rockstar.
I will.
Yeah.
No, me and Shazam, that's my partner. We be talking about
ask about Rockstar. They stayed in Piper's Crossings. And I stayed in the apartments right next to them, Village of Fondren on the south side. This was before they blow up. At the time they signed with Luke, I had just signed with Rap A Lot. So we were both in the game.
Y'all was on that same type of time at the same time.
Yeah. We did shows together and everything, was on the same tickets and all that. Because I was with Rap A Lot and he was with Luke. And so, but we knew each, you know, we used to play basketball and everything and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But
Yeah.
Shazam is good people's, man. Like, so I'm basically helping him with promoting his new song, Back It Up for Love, because it's like a
Okay.
country line dance to it, you know. So I actually performed with him doing the line dance. We're gonna be shooting the music video, and I'm gonna be in the music video. He's doing some great solo projects. They just did the Cadillac, you know, where they drove around and sang in the Cadillac Chronicles. So they're doing great stuff, and he's just a great artist to work with. And it's just so amazing to see that talent, you know, come on, you know, for now how many decades?
Wow.
And you know, the first group out of Houston to ever sell 1 million records. He let everybody know. I shout out to Scarface, shout out to Willie D and them, shout out to Ghetto Boys. However, we were the first group out of Houston to sell 1 million units. So shout out to H-Town, RIP Dino and GI.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them boys, man. I'm talking about, you feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing this for all the ladies. H-Town boy.
Oh, yeah.
Boy,
oh, yeah.
What they know about them young beats, man? You feel me? Shout out to H-Town,
No,
man.
so I gotta send you the video of me performing knocking the boots with Shazam because I was hitting the pelvic thrust with him, you know, and I hit that hoe better than him on God.
Okay, that was.
Yeah, I was doing it way better. I said, she's like, look, I'm only 40. You up there? You an unk? Calm down.
already, man. Yeah, man. I remember growing up with them a few years, man, when I was on the Southwest side. So yeah, that's a cool thing. Shout out to them boys, man. Well, look at here, man. Any last thoughts, man? Anything y'all want to give to the people before we go? You know what I'm talking about? Now, this not y'all promoting yourselves yet. It's just like last chapter conversation or whatever. So anything y'all want to talk about as pertaining to the topic of this podcast and stuff like that, just say it.
They couldn't hear me when you spoke about Felicia Rashad. I want to bring it back and say that she's the epitome of class and beauty and what all Black women should strive to be. She never sold out morally, ethically for what she stood for. And that's the way women should think of themselves and carry themselves as well.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, I love me some Felicia Rashad.
I feel like I would like to say that I feel that everyone should just be kinder to one another, have an ability to be able to express your opinion and set boundaries with people without going to disrespect. You know, at the end of the day, you have to treat people the way that you want to be treated, you know, and everything that you do, you know, to the world's going to come back on you. So people that are on the internet and they have different opinions, just try not to be emotional about it. You know, be able to express your difference of opinion and then move on and be in an open space to be able to move on. You know, stop being a first-class hater and so angry, you know?
Yeah, I just tag in on what you're saying right there. Like, you know, try to control your TDS. And I'm talking to my political people. Try to control your TDS, you know, your Trump derangement syndrome, and listen and have a good conversation. Because, you know, politics is just a war of words, but we can still have a common ground and we can talk about things, you know, and you don't have to politically gangbang every day, you know, just open it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
What up?
Put that cup up. Let me see that cup.
Huh?
Let me see that cup.
What cup?
Your cup.
That I was drinking out of?
Y'all, that's orange juice.
Orange juice. Root beer.
That's orange. Look, that's orange juice.
No.
Yeah, that's cranberry juice, man. I'm trying to make sure my indigestion.
Yeah, that's his kidney juice.
Rolling down the street, smoking.
Sipping on gin and juice. Lay back. I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Later on that day. Okay, so you know me. I grew up in LA in the 90s. You know, it's just don't get me started.
Oh man, that boy else. Yeah, so y'all ain't drinking juice, kids.
No, I don't drink. I do not drink.
I don't drink it. Well,
the only other thing it would be is apple juice. All I do is drink fruit juices, man. You know.
Yeah. Then you mix it. Hey, y'all, he had a lot of juice when them Texans lost, probably.
Oh,
no, I don't have a team. I gamble too much. I don't have
Oh,
a
okay.
team in no sport.
Oh, okay then.
You see, I'm looking at you. I don't have a team in no sport.
We don't
what's the
condone
next topic,
gambling,
bro?
y'all. We
You
don't
said you had one
condone.
more.
You say what?
What's your next topic? You said you had one more.
Man, I don't know. I don't really want to go to another topic. This was a good
You say we didn't
conversation.
have too big of
That's
a
cool.
conversation with this
Yeah,
time.
this was this.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, this
Yeah,
was good.
I am actually like getting quite, and I need to go decompress,
Yeah.
foliate and then re-moisturize and all that. I got to preserve. I can't look like the rest of the. I got to make sure I put my night cream on and everything. I got to preserve my beauty. Y'all, a couple of hey, y'all, tell y'all right now, you got April.
What's in April?
My birthday. So you got enough time. Get your money right. Get your mind right to
Where
get my
you
gift.
at?
Okay, so
What,
y'all.
I mean, what city you in? You got to tell. We all over the country.
And like, just
Yeah, you got to tell us where it's
No, I'm
at.
saying, no, I'm talking about for my gift. You know what I'm saying? I'm a homeboy. I don't know. I might not go in these streets. That's what I'm saying. Letting y'all know right now. You got enough time to get my gift together.
Something happened to my camera. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Now I respect it. Okay.
How about? I think I'm
When-
in somewhere. I don't know.
When your birthday?
No, my birthday's April 28th. I'm turning 40 this year. No, I'm definitely going to do something. I mean, it's so easy for me just to call up one of these club promoters and these
Only
H-Town
Louisiana woman to tell the
No.
world her age. That's how I know you from Louisiana.
What's up, yo?
Because I'm proud. I look younger than
tell
born
you
in the
they
90s.
age.
I'm happy about it. I'm aging gracefully and I love it. I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Yes. 1986, I exist. Yeah.
Ooh, 80s baby. We some
Yeah.
80s babies.
Because there's some that are 10 years younger than me and they look tired.
Yeah.
And
Well,
ashy already.
now, to be honest with you, you a 90s baby, really, to be honest with you. I'm an 80s baby.
I'm just saying that when I was born. Yeah. I grew up.
No,
in the 90s.
yeah. That's why I say you. That's why I
Yeah.
have to catch myself. You really a 90s baby. See, I'm an 80s baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve, what you a 70? You're 80s. You're 70 babies, huh, Steve?
No, I'm 83.
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm older than you. Yeah, you're 80s baby. So what is you 80s baby King? What you?
I was a kid in the 80s.
Okay, yeah. So we 80s babies and Christians 90 babies. What I want to ask y'all, let's start with Christian. What do you, if you had to answer this question and say, what are the differences you see in 80s babies and 90s babies?
I feel like there's not too much of a difference in the 80s and 90s. I think it starts getting jacked up in the 2000s. Them niggas who grew up in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Because the 80s and the 90s niggas, we know how to act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2000s niggas started telling their parents what they wanted and what they was finna eat and what they was finna do. The 2000s niggas started saying they had rights. I didn't have no rights and I was okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did exactly what my parents told me to do, you know?
Yep.
Every single time. My daddy, Kristen, go sit your little poor black ass down somewhere. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So it's just like I feel like the difference between like I feel like the 80s, 90s, 2000s is that like I guess the involvement of information and the internet and all that stuff. And these kids started getting kind of loose, and then things started getting recorded, you know, and people started having evidence and stuff.
But give me like one specific thing that stands out that's different, good or bad.
Okay, so the one thing I noticed that really, really grinds my gears is that they don't speak to nobody. You go in the house, you know, you go over to, you know, your grandma's house, whatever. These kids are in the room on the game. Back when I was coming up, I was in my room watching 106 in Park. My mama friend came over. I came downstairs. How you doing, Miss Maria? Yes, ma'am. Oh, you looking so pretty. Thank you. What grade you in? Okay, all right, bye, baby, bye. And then you go do what you do.
Gotcha.
But these new kids, they don't even speak. They have no respect. They'll walk right past you with some ear pods in your ear and call you by your first name.
Okay, King, give me one or two things, good or bad, that you can specifically say that is a difference in an 80s baby and a 90s kids.
Oh man, like I said, it's a lot what she was saying. Not too much of a difference. I don't think. I think we was kind of in the same boat. We were the latchkey kids, and we were watching the 90s kids, watching them. We was the babysitters, so What I could say to stand out, I'll say something positive, I guess, in a way. I think 80s babies are more digital and analog, and I feel like the 90s kind of lean more towards the digital, where they really didn't really see that they had to have like a close-knit friendship outside of the internet spaces. That's the part that I think is different from us.
Yeah, I would say for me the difference is that we was outside when we was young.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we could ride a bike down. We can ride a bike 10 miles from home, and the parents wasn't scared something was gonna happen to us.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Louisiana, we was in the country. We was fishing. We was riding horses with no saddles. We was. I came back with a whole jar full of frogs, just breaking cane and eating it. You know,
I used to go hunting. I was shooting.
So good.
I was hunting with a gun at 5,
Yeah.
6 years old.
But see, my son, he can load a rifle. He can shoot.
Yeah.
You know, all those things. He can't tie his shoes, but he can load a rifle. You know, so it's like you when you have a country kind of like background and live it. And I make him go to the country. He goes to the country. He shucks corn. You know, he picks okra. He cuts grass. You know, I show him at night. You know how to get look at the coyotes, and this is how you get them away, and a raccoon, and you know those type of things, and catching fireflies at night. You know, to make sure that he's acclimated. But a lot of these kids, they inside. They can't even go outside. They got sensitive skin and shit. They ain't got no vitamin D's. What's up? Why? Probably some of them crazy as hell. They'll never get outside and go get no sunlight.
Steve.
So that's very valid.
Yep. Steve, give us 1 or 2 specific things that stand out that's the difference between the 80s kids and the 90s kids, good or bad.
I'm gonna say the 80s and 90s kids is not a big split in them. But like they said, when it comes to the 2000s, a lot of morals and ethics change up. Just like the new kids, they think that a gun is like playing Call of Duty and you're gonna shoot somebody and they're gonna spawn back. And that shit don't happen like that in real life. Your ass gonna go to jail for a long time for that shit in real life.
Steve, you was a hard ass kid.
That's what I was like. My people tell me in sports, I come from a rough. Where I come from, it was real gang banging. People was killing each other for real for that.
For real.
Are you from Houston, Steve?
No, I'm from Galveston.
From Galveston. Oh yeah.
Used to be in Galveston when
I know. Oh no, I know. Galveston was gang.
That's what I'm saying. Cops used to be in Galveston. You could watch Galveston on Cops when I was coming up.
Steve, I'm waiting on you to answer the question.
Nah, I did though. That's why I said there's a lot of morals in it.
No, you didn't.
Huh? You did.
He said morals and values is different.
Yeah, that's why I say morals and ethics.
Oh.
That's why I said the newer kids.
And they dumb. They
like
think that
Call of
you can
Duty.
shoot someone and come back to life.
Yeah, man, that stuff don't happen like that. You going to jail for a long time, my brother.
Okay. That's good enough. That's good enough.
It's over with.
Yeah. Well, look here, man. Let's go and knock this other topic out. Y'all want to go and knock one more topic out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's go and knock it out. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is.
But first, hold on. Let me get a laugh real quick.
You gonna bring that nigga Vogue in?
I don't have to talk about it on the internet. I don't have to talk about it on the internet. Now, I don't want to do that because that's the thing that we try to get away from. That's the shit that we got away from in the hood. You know, talk about what you talk about, nigga. I want to be on some intellectual shit. But see, these niggas be thinking that they can do that shit on the internet. They think that, oh,
man, enough. Look at these knuckles.
I don't understand the knuckles thing. I just don't get it.
That was crazy. He shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, man. But now we gonna go to the next subject.
I'm about to make a meme out of that.
Mute your
I
mic.
don't fight. I'm too rich to get into a fight.
If I say this, you liable to get your ass whooped.
Let me mute your mic.
ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means some shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune.
All right. I'm gonna go first because there's so many ways to look at it. I have mixed thoughts about it. I love what they're doing, but I don't like how. Secondly, you are not a true representation of the original Black Panther Party. Let's get that real. Third, no disrespect, Christian, but they got a woman leading it. I'm good. No, I don't want a woman with a gun lead me into nothing. No. And fourthly, the revolution cannot be televised. It has to be silent. You're too loud. Last time I checked, I ain't never seen nobody that play poker show their opponent their cards. And that's it. That's my thoughts. We can talk about it now. I don't have much else to say.
Yeah. I'll be polite.
No, that's valid with the woman thing, and I don't care if they like it, but I wouldn't want a woman. Women make emotional decisions and stuff. I can admit that as a woman. She wake up, somebody says something, they don't like her wig, she cramping, and she's like, let's blow up the whole scene. You know what I'm saying? They came for my wig. You know what I'm saying? Today?
Yeah.
Let's get the missile on their ass. We're taking out DC today. You know what I'm saying? And then
you
like, yes, bitch, yes, blow it up. Hell no.
Don't get caught laughing. She gonna say, "Oh, you think that's funny?"
Bitch, you dead, motherfucker. Nah, man. Yeah, nah, dude. I feel it's the same way. Like, dude is faking in a $3 bill, and he. But I'm not saying he ain't a real person, a real dumbass that won't do something stupid. But he just fake, and then to come to find out, the nigga is a confused rapper. He's a failed rapper. He's a failed rapper. He came out as a rapper. He didn't know if he was a blood or a crip.
He ain't even got no streams, King. He ain't got no streams.
He didn't know. He came out with a flag that was half a blood flag and a half crip flag. He don't know what he was when he's going to be a rapper. He's a failed rapper. Now he has a gun and talking about he's gonna blow federal agents up. That's ridiculous. That's
there's like just so much that's wrong with it. But I feel like the first thing that comes to my mind with all of this shit is mind your business. Why you over here out here trying to like protect and put on for them? We need to protect our own. We got our own shit going on. Like, why is this something that y'all even are involved with? Why don't y'all go over there in the Black communities? You know what I'm saying? And go police against the police that's harassing Black people and hurting them and shit like that. So so my first thing is if they shouldn't be there, they don't need to be doing all that, and it's fake, fraud, and phony, and you just over here trying to get clicks and shit.
Where you been?
He ain't broke along his life.
Where you been? Where have you been for 12 years? 12 years since 2014, 20. You could have been, like you said, going to Southside Chicago, getting them to join the Black Panthers since they like shooting. Get them to come join your club and do what they got to do. Where y'all at? And y'all come up here to protect some people that won't even lift a motherfucking finger for you. And you can't say they would, because these motherfuckers up there that they're fighting for were making $876,000 a month. I don't think they gave $1 to Black Panthers. I don't think they gave $1 to a black entity other than the Somalian entities that are up there because they have brown skin. So you're protecting some people that ain't doing shit for you.
That's crazy. You know who they remind me of? And I'm not talking about the originals. I'm talking about this new Timu version.
Well.
He took me out.
They're the Timu Black Panthers.
Bro.
They just look foolish, angry.
This nigga
and
got
soft.
these sheen leather black coats.
I know.
I just can't stop shaking my head.
If it had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have.
And the real Panthers ain't even signed off on them. They got no respect.
Yeah,
y'all just can't go take somebody's name and start walking around in pleather pants and black sunglasses, talking about we the Black Panthers. Harpo, who is this man? Like,
I'm baffled.
Fred Hampton's son already denounced. Fred Hampton said those are not the truth.
These is not Panthers. Maybe these is Cougars. Maybe these is mountain lions, but these is not Panthers. Yeah.
That's the truth right there. Yeah, that's the truth right there. Steve, now that you done took a few sips of your orange juice, tell us what's your thoughts.
See, man, it's just like I say, man, it's so. I'm baffled at some of the stuff some people said, and I'm just leave it at that, man. Like,
I can't believe it, man. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's like so much stuff. Like, man, hey, man, I'm gonna just let them have it because
hey,
I'm gonna say this, Steve. I'm gonna say this, Steve. They be coming from sometimes.
Shout out to Asada Shakur too. Shout out to Asada Shakur. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. No, my bad. You good? You talk. You're good.
I'm gonna say this, Steve, man. The minute I posted some stuff about this fake Black Panther dog, you have no idea how much Houston, I'll just say Houston blue folks in Houston, because most of Houston is blue. Man, they came for my ass. They came for my ass. They wanted this to be so real. You could feel it. I wanted it after I got like 5 or 6 complaints. I wanted it to be so real for them too. I was like, damn, they hurting. They really want a Black Panther revolution coming on. I'm like, this ain't it. Why are we as a whole city jumping on this fake ass $3 ass Timu motherfucking Black Panther Party? Yeah, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
You know what?
And his hair be looking dry. That boy need to get some moisturizer. Like all on the shit. Like when you want to be all on camera, his shit looking dry than a bitch. Wait. He ain't got no bitch. You can see I moisturize my nigga before he leave the house. I'm not letting my husband come outside looking dry. So you know he ain't got a bitch.
Just let your soul close.
Yes. Feeling all
Well.
Damn.
I just had to add that in. That's all.
Yeah, nah, you good.
Fruits and berries and that shit.
I got a question. I just want to know if I'm alone when I think about this. Y'all know, I'm psychological, man. I always tend to see how deep the mentality goes to find answers right through the problem. I could be totally off, but I just want to know what y'all thoughts on it, right? It's definitely a hypothetical. I wouldn't be surprised if they paid off as paid agitators.
100% paid. They're 100%. I could tell he going off a script where he went down on that run. That was a script. He practiced that. He paid.
It seems like I would beg to think
I'm always down for a good conspiracy theory. So I'm leaning toward yes, this is what's going on.
Straight up, like you ever like him, go act like Black Panthers.
Yeah.
There's actually literally 4 videos of them actually catching them say that they're paid. Tucker Carlson put it out. Put it out. They're paid protesters.
Oh.
But it's been done before. People not even just being paid, but working with them and being in cahoots with them. There's been black leaders in the past who have been in cahoots, with the man. And it is what it is for the time period. That's why I respect Malcolm, because he did what he needed to do and he stood on business. He always represented himself as the man that he was on the outside, and even all of the CIA documents and hidden tapes and all the recordings prove it. He didn't cheat on his wife. He only prayed. He, did everything he was supposed to do and really renounced his old life and stayed very focused, So that is something that I really respect. But some other, black leaders have been over there shucking and jiving and making deals and stuff and cooperating and everything. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just not with it.
Yeah, you got to beware of the Judases. I mean, that's what took Huey down.
That's what took Huey down.
The Jewish, you know what I'm saying? The Judases.
Brad Brown, Eldridge Cleaver, Huey P. Newton. Rest my brothers. Fred Hampton.
Keep the conversation going, y'all. Steve, what's your thought on it? You think they paid agitators?
Yeah, a lot of it is, but that's why I say, man, and a lot of stuff be fueled off ego, and what people really looking for out of stuff, to make themselves look certain kind of ways. But hey.
Allegedly, there's people that was on the protesting side that left it and felt disgusted because they actually was out there wanting to protest, they said, and somebody was going around asking like, hey, thanks for coming out, what's your Venmo so we can send you some money, da 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 da. Now, whether that's about some organization, like they're out there and they need more paper or they need somebody to go run and do some more printing or whatever, but still the point is that somebody is allegedly is saying that they're paying them with Venmo and different apps and stuff like that. So, and then we also know like this guy Soros has been funding like the Democratic side of things, and it doesn't mean that the Republican angle propaganda side of things ain't being funded on certain things that they're doing too. But it's definitely some big ass money games being played that's bigger than us, you know what I'm saying?
But the whole thing is that I would think that they would like have some level of fear of the original organization retaliating against them. It's kind of like don't y'all think like don't they? I mean, they don't have like any level of like. It's like you're over here doing this to make money, but you're not concerned about these people. You know what they're capable of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they not in fear of them because that's been neutralized in the 80s, and they know that it's more like propaganda talk on both sides to where it's a bunch of hype. So it's kind of like there's no one to come and check it. They know that there's no one that's gonna come and check it, and it's too many leaders that you see like that come up. And I'm not saying Quanell X is fake at all. And I'm not saying that Dr. Candace Matthews, she's fake at all. She's not. But these people,
Candace Matthews is a hoot.
those people that carry they carry the Black Panther spirit. You know what I'm saying? They carry it. But even them, they're more so like understanding of who the foundation of Black Panther is. You know what I'm saying? But there's no one like really. There's not a government system or organization, kind of like how you see a fraternity.
Well, I mean, when I'm thinking of someone like maybe Farrakhan or Quanell or like I didn't even think of Dr. Candace Matthews until you just said it, man. I love her. She's
like
man, she be doing the most. So I'm just thinking that somebody else would come in and really like push the
Yeah, Minister Farrakhan ain't gonna condone it because I think the Black Panther Party at some point kind of like got coalition with the LGBTQ movement type of thing. So Minister Farrakhan ain't gonna.
Well, no, that's not the case. Again, those are knockouts. Those not the original.
I'm just saying from the Huey P. Newton point of view of 1970s when he did bring in the gay and liberation situation. So that was kind of like.
Yeah, I don't remember him bringing in that. He died when that started happening.
That's what they got on his name when you look up the research is
1970. Yeah, I know. But that's what they do. They change history. You know what I mean? Yeah, they change history. Yeah.
I'm not cutting you off, Rock, because I want you to keep saying what you're saying. Because that is an actual conversation that I got in today with someone, and I felt like I allowed that person to correct me, and I went back and did some research, and I found something that corroborated with what he was saying. And so, but in my memory and in my own study, because I studied this stuff over 20 years, I don't remember any kind of LGBT.
Exactly. Yeah.
But now I'm reading it online like it's supposed to be real. So I'm gonna go deeper now. Now that you said
because I mean the proof is in the pudding. You know, the victor always gets to tell a story. And so 9 times out of 10, they're usually the hero. And they usually tend to cover up their faults and sell a different narrative. And then they'll sell a different narrative of the enemy story. So
because how does that go? How does that help the Black family?
Exactly. You know what I mean? So you know how that go. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. Look how they cover up Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis's past, and look how they expose Diddy and R. Kelly's past. Like, that's the best example I can give.
Gotcha.
But they don't bring up none of that about Jerry Lee Lewis or Elvis. But boy, look what they did to R. Kelly and Michael Jackson.
But that's why we see this rainbow bright Black Panther Timu party right now.
Yeah, the Timu Black Panther.
Timu Black. I got to use that tomorrow on Facebook. I can't wait.
Yeah. And then also I can only imagine too, because I don't know if y'all thought about this. I know that's definitely concerned. I know that's definitely not that I care, because I mean it ain't us that own it. But I know that's definitely concerning. I would assume that it's definitely concerning to the movie makers, because you know that matters. Like right now, there's a negatized version of it, and it's like, yeah, we got a movie we trying to promote it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That ain't a good look. You know what I'm saying? So who knows, man? Who knows? Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Hit the super chats. You know what I'm talking about? We want to make sure we continue to be able to support Steve's juice, his cranberry juice. That's important for his kidneys. And now I'm talking about, you feel me? Yeah. And look, he watching that game. What's the score? Who playing?
Oh man, game over, man. Indiana won 27-21.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Christian, what do you think of the show? Now keep in mind, we got thick skin, baby. If you we don't care what you say, we respect it. What you think of the show so far?
I had a good time. It was fun. I had a good time. It was fun.
Gotcha. Okay, we definitely hope to see you
I
again.
think that I Mr. Fantastic, like his eyes when I was talking, they were like, I was like, oh my God, did I offend him? Maybe I was too much. I kind of felt
nah. Fantastic got thick skin. No, you can't budge. You can't make him budge. He done got hit with all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I think as I was like, oh, these bitches or something like that. He was like,
yeah, nah, that's Fantastic being
word? Biatch. Why I gotta say it like short? Biatch. I mean, it's not that big.
If it had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have had another bitch come into my life.
Goes back at it, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly how we gonna respond when we watch it. Like, oh
And it was like, it was Vegas Memorial Day weekend. I was at a party in one of those, maybe Hard Rock or something. And Too Short was there, and he was running around rapping, and he was going up to every girl saying, I don't know your name, so I'm gonna call you a biatch. And all them girls was turning up. All them girls were so happy. He's like, oh, Too Short's gonna come and call me a biatch. And he'd be like, biatch, and like, biatch, Everybody was excited. So I mean, it's a normal thing.
Gotcha. Well, we definitely if you can commit in any capacity, let us know. I'll just need some headshots on you, because we do put our faces on to promote the show and stuff like that, and the thumbnails and stuff like that. So
cool.
And through that, I always make sure that I keep our links to our social media handles and in the videos and the clips and stuff like that. So I always make sure I do attach your whatever it is you use to commercialize yourself through that. So I'm very thorough. So if you do commit to some part of the show at any point, we got you. We're gonna push you. King will tell you, I'm in IT, so I understand analytics. I understand this. I understand coding and all that. So I kind of know what I'm doing. So SEO,
Yeah, you
search
know
engine
those
optimization,
like
all that stuff.
Maxwell
Yeah.
said,
So
little some,
yeah,
little some.
yeah. So I don't mind helping you helping you with your YouTube channel or anything like that. So
Awesome.
I know what to do to help, get it pushed up the algorithm. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to get you out there. So King of today. Yeah.
Been a
I
great
know. I
help.
mean, do y'all think that I would be a good addition? The other people here.
No, hold on. Don't nobody answer that. Do you think you would be a good addition?
I mean, I asked first. Oh, you gave me
No,
answer.
no,
I
no,
asked
no,
first.
no. It's a real
I asked
question.
first.
You did ask first, dog.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Sure.
say this. I think your commitment will be a good addition to the show.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good. That's a good one because it's the inside with me and Rock. We've been here. That is a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you answer the question.
No, I said the others are involved, not just King and Steve
Oh,
too.
okay. Go ahead. Go, Steve.
Oh yeah, I just got here as well. I ain't been here for a couple of weeks.
But answer her question.
Hey
Do you
man, like I
think
said,
she'll be
a
good?
woman's perspective is always valuable.
Nah, because not any woman gonna be good on this show. That's a lie.
Yeah, but I'm just
What
saying
you
the
talking
right
about?
woman's perspective.
Okay, hey Steve, come on now, Steve.
My-
Hey, not know any girl gonna come on in. Hey, all right, King, I guess you waiting on your.
No, I'm letting y'all finish, man. Y'all say y'all.
Okay,
You gonna be
Steve.
good. That's what I say. She came with everything. I'm talking.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
impressed.
we
I'm very
see each
impressed.
other a few months, a year.
Yeah.
She good with me.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Hey, her
I
perspective is always good.
I can't wait till we disagree. That's when I'm gonna really see a fire. I'm gonna see what's really going on. That's what I'm gonna see.
That's when the real come out.
Yeah, not that I'm looking for it, but I can't wait. That's gonna tell a tale.
Yes. When the difference of opinion comes.
Yeah, that's what I get. That's when I'm gonna really know if she could. If she could. But to your defense, you from Louisiana, so it's really kind of y'all. Yeah, what you? Yeah, man.
We're thick skin, like it's really
Yes.
bad.
Yes.
They talk
Yeah.
a lot of trash, and in 2 different languages too.
Yeah.
You'll get talk crazy too real quick.
I'll say this is that I think you have a place here, and like you said, with the commitment, it definitely it'll show me with the commitment of joining a couple of shows and keep going with it. And I think that the way you talked about the Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels part, the way you articulated, I think you definitely have a spot here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you stood your ground, you stood what you stood on. You understood the complexities of that situation. So that was cool to hear from a woman's point of view.
Gotcha. Yeah. And like I say, I know we all got lives and things to do and schedules, and that's kind of why I kind of hit you with the commitment part. Because again, it's not old. We all got lives. We understand. It only been a few, but it have been 1 or 2 times where I actually had to postpone a show. But those 2 times was really just because I was in the air. I was flying. But we just our goal is to look for like-minded people that maybe that sees the benefit in it for them as well as a shared benefit with a team. These guys on here, we some hard workers, we some no excuse guys, and in the 2 years and some change that I started the podcast, a lack of commitment has been exposed, or just some people just not hard workers, or they don't believe in anything. You know what I'm saying? So so this type of thing, podcast is truly only made for people with entrepreneurial spirits. It really is. This is not a short man's game at all. Ain't nothing short game about this. And the reason I say that is because unfortunately in our culture, a lot of us, even when we act in business, we have a drug dealer mentality. We think we supposed to put $10 in and get 40. Nah, it don't work like that. We think we supposed to just open house and they will come. Yeah, they'll come, but they ain't guaranteed to come quick. and also the average length of time that it takes for the average podcaster to be successful is usually 5 to 10 years. So the advantage for me was that I caught a second wave of it. And so we good. We are monetized, but like I say, until we start seeing some real bread, because I make decent money, so you know what I'm saying. This ain't no bread, and this ain't no bread till we start seeing some real money, good money. Our like King of Tia, we network. We help each other. He helps me in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? I help him in so many ways, and vice versa. So, and same with Steve. Whatever you got to go and let us know. So the same with you, Miss Christian. I got a saying: closed mouth don't get fed. So don't be afraid to ask. No, ain't never shot nobody. So yeah, real talk. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Steve? Where your heart at with it? What's your thought? What's up? What's up with you?
Man, I'm really out here, man. I get into a little bit of everything. I like talking, about different topics, sports, everything. I like acting. I'm an entertainer, bro. I'm gonna give my views and my aspect and what I see from what I see, and I'm gonna go from there.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think you I think you I think there's a character, and when I say character, I mean just you being who you are. I think there's a character that's in line for you with this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. I can see you definitely spinning off into doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying, and building a audience for your personal niche, because you're different. You're different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're different in your own way. So my advice would definitely, man, hone into it, bro, and I wouldn't force it. You're gonna find out. It's gonna figure itself out. You're gonna notice it. It's gonna come into. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come into. Sometimes we don't see what we're gonna come into. So I'm just letting you know I can see it already myself, just in case you don't see it yet. I don't know yet, but it's gonna come into. So, yeah.
Appreciate that look.
Yeah, for sure. Man, let me see something. Hold on. Tell them to like and subscribe.
Hey man, make sure everybody like and subscribe. I believe we had a great show tonight, and I appreciate Christian Olivier Renfro.
Yep, you got it.
I appreciate you coming on the show. I just met you that night. I saw the energy. I saw who you were. Your husband was very, very informative. He sold you and everything like that. I really like him a lot. I was there because my man Shaylin Grindzu Media, shout out to him.
Yes.
Me and him met because we're in a brotherhood, like a real brotherhood. It's like about 5 of us black men that came together. My man Atum, shout out to him, Melanated and Illuminated. We about to start our show, Film Tricks and Politics, as well. You know what I'm saying? So back to Shaylin. Me and him have done so much work together, and it's just like how Rock is. When I met Shaylin, and anybody I meet, because I do video, I say, hey, if there's anything of my skill set that can enhance your brand or whatever product that you pushing, you got me for at least one project. Meaning that I'm gonna use my skills and I ain't gonna charge you for it. I'm just gonna use my skills and push it. And that's how me and Shaylin got real close. And he's been on so many projects. We've been to New York, Miami, California, Cleveland, just doing film together, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why he called me up last minute, like, yo, hey, I need a shooter. And he knows I just wrote a movie, a director. I could have a big hand, like, nigga, I ain't no camera operator, I'm a director. But nah, that ain't me. Like I said on my show, I'm the filmmaker's filmmaker. I'm who the filmmakers look up to, because I'm John Singleton of the South, and I know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you people out there may not know who I am yet, but you definitely will find out pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? So,
fuck around and find out.
You about to find out, you know what I'm saying?
We really enjoyed having you, and I had a great time. It was a really fun night. Like, I'm kind of like the mascot of the set,
I love what y'all doing, man. I have my own dispositions about the pop the balloon type of concept stuff. I have my own that's my own personal moral views that I'll keep to myself and my close friends. Yeah. But at the same time, as far as the production value, the professionalism, the environment, the safety that you guys provided for those women and men in that. I was impressed. I was blown
Yeah, my
away.
husband's headed security. Shout out to Rashard, head of security.
I was blown away, man. I really, and I want to go and I want to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Because like I
But
said,
you know, like I mean, at the end of the day, like when I first you know, had got the opportunity to do Pop the Balloon, it was kind of like it was a producer calling me saying, "Hey, I see you." You know, like shout out to Lee Shelton. He looked at me, he's like, "Man, you could
yeah,
be bigger than Tamara Hall." You know, like you could be Oprah. You know, like I'm gonna do that. That's who you're gonna be. You know, I said, well, yeah, I really want to be Wendy Williams. Yeah, that too. You know,
oh, do it. Come on.
So basically, like he just offered me, you know, a space for me to be able to use my skills, you know, and this just happened to be Pop the Balloon, you know. And meeting Lee Shelton, I knew when I was gonna take on like a consistent project, I was gonna work very closely with them. So it was like the Shelton family that I was signing on with, him and his wife and his children, you know, and that made me feel safe and comfortable. You know what I mean? So I didn't really know everything about the show. Is that me?
I think that's Rock.
Oh.
Okay, it's clear. It's
Oh,
clear.
and
It's
then,
clear.
but I know like some people don't like it. They have their, I mean, it just kind of started with a job for me, but I did actually, you know, meet my husband on the show. So it's something that's very special because, you know, it's a real show intended really for people to find love. And I actually did meet my husband on the platform. So
That's amazing. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, nothing wrong with the show, guys. It's nothing. The show's amazing. It's cool what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the premise of the show. What makes it cool is it's jarring because you don't see it all the times. You know, it's like, hey, you like me or not? This is what it is. Pop, pop, pop. You got 3 kids. Oh, you got 3 baby dad.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah,
It was awesome though. I'm glad I met you though. And
yeah, definitely.
damn, Steve jumped off. All right, I was about to give Steve big ups. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you're good. He probably gonna jump back on. You know, he got that AT&T.
Yes.
Whenever I do like StreamYards, I always dock. I don't do Wi-Fi. I always dock because it's be like.
Yeah, I use Ethernet. Yeah, I use Ethernet 'cause, unless I don't have a choice, but most of the time.
Yeah.
He was a good guy, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Great actor, man. He got one of the coldest. He got one of the coldest taglines in Hewwood right now. He don't even know it.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? He says, what you gonna do? Barbecue a mildew. And I'm using that in the trailer. Y'all gonna see.
Yeah, I like that. Well, look at here, man. I want to do something special. Because a lot of podcasters feel. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You clear?
I'm gonna switch my camera in a minute, and this is what I want to say. And let me write this down. So let me see where we at 2:30. I'm gonna say 2:31.
Yeah, it's about the 2:31 mark.
2:31. So I want to say this, man. I remember it was the weekend, and then I went to school Monday. I was in the 8th grade. My middle school teacher, she went around and she asked everybody where they homework, and so she got to me and she said, "Mr. Kibble, where your homework?" Damn, I just said my fucking name. Anyway, she said, "Where your homework at?" And I said, "I made up a lie. I didn't do my homework. I was playing my game all weekend." But we had a pet dog, and I said my dog ate it. She knew I was lying, so she didn't say nothing. She went back around the class, asking everybody, and turned in their homework, whatever. Then she went to me. She was a beautiful lady, beautiful light-skinned lady too. And she bent over and she said, and I was a good student. She said, "Mr. Kibble," she said, "I'm actually again, where your homework?" Just to see if I was gonna lie again. And I said, "My dog ate it." Right? She looked at me like, man, she want to know what she did to me. She had looked at me and told me, look in the eyes. She said, "Let me tell you something, Mr. Kibble. What I'm about to tell you is gonna do one or two things in your life." She said, either it's gonna shape your life, or you're not gonna listen and it's gonna hurt your life. And she said, excuses are tools which incompetent people use to give examples of nothingness. First of all, she just dropped a verbal atomic bomb on me. I'm only in the 8th grade. But even though I didn't quite understand nothing she meant, it was something hitting me in my soul. All I know is that shit means something. I don't know what it means, but and man, she said, you will see. She said, you live long enough, you're gonna see. And I stand by that. I stand by that. So I say this to all the people out there that's trying to be podcasters or starting, and they seen, because see, a lot of people don't realize how much work this is. See, they think it's just as simple as cutting on their mic, their camera phone, or their computer and their mic. Oh no. That's why they got a YouTube university. And so that's my message to y'all. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch my camera. This is something special, y'all. I ain't never did this, but I'm gonna do this because sometimes people gotta really see what's going on. Give me just a second. All right, so I'm gonna switch my camera. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me take him out. All right. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. This is my son.
Yeah. Hey man. Hey, what's up, King?
He kind of going to sleep.
Sleepy head.
Yeah, he's sleeping. They just put a new IV in him. So we had to Texas Children's Hospital, right? Love you, boy.
Bless, man.
Mm.
So my point is this. Excuses are tools which incompetent people use to give examples of nothing. I had to take an emergency flight out here to come see my son because he's back in the hospital. Now, he was just in the hospital for 5 months fighting for his life. 5 months ago, he hadn't been out the hospital a month. Now, King will sit here and tell you, King, what was I doing the whole time he was in the hospital?
You were still podcasting, you were still taking care of business, and you were still up there with your boy, and you flew back, and then you flew back here, and you were still working. You never stopped. You still ain't stopped. Like I'm looking at you right now, like you still ain't stopped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Man, hey.
Come by the house and relax. Nigga, take your mind away.
Yeah, already. And so to the people out there watching, how bad you want it? How bad you want it, man?
Yep.
And I'm saying that's whatever it is you say you want to do or doing. Every time I call King, he's somewhere with a camera working. You know what I'm saying? And so this is just a motivational moment, Christian. We're gonna get a lot of these because again, we not the ghetto trash podcast. Now we get ratchet sometimes, but that ain't the face of who we are. You know what I'm saying? So just know this ain't nothing. This ain't cosplaying here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get, it's gonna be ratchet, it's gonna be education, it's gonna be scientific.
Yeah. Balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little of this, a little of that.
Yeah. So look here, man. King, we're gonna go and let you do your promote. And man, y'all make sure y'all go check out Who Would, man. Tubi, YouTube, go check it out. Hottest series out there right now. And y'all make sure y'all gonna check out Christian and all her things she got going, Pop the Balloon, etc. She's gonna explain that to you in a minute. So King, go ahead.
Hey, y'all know what it is. Tonight at my mama's house was another amazing show with two new amazing guests that was on here. Reese, you've been on, but of course Christian, Olivier. It's great to have you. And always, I am the director, writer of Hugh Wood series, the #1 series coming out of Texas. You can go check that out right now, right after this show, right here on YouTube. Just search Hugh Wood series. That's HOUWOOD. And you will be able to see it all. If you like Tubi, it's on Tubi as well. But like we always say, we're everywhere you're streaming. So wherever you're streaming at, look up Hugh Wood and you can check it out. Thank you, guys. I'm the filmmaker's filmmaker, Kane King.
Awesome. I did have an opportunity to check out a little bit of Hugh Wood, and I liked how it started off because it made me want to watch it. Because I'm like, why does this nigga look like Kunta Kinte? Like he running for his life. I said, why? How he get like here? Like, why does he what?
Yeah.
Why is he
Now,
running through the thing?
now Christian.
He looked like he got some.
Yeah. Now Christian.
What blood is that? How do we get?
Yeah,
Who
now
told what
Christian,
happened?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Didn't mean to cut you off. Go on, do your outro because this battery going down. I don't want that to
Oh,
mess up on your outro.
okay. But I just wanted to let you know. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
got
so
you.
I mean,
Appreciate
I'm Kristen Olivier Renfro, media personality, comedian. I do all things like R&B and fun and talk about the R&B stuff. So if you like that type of content, follow me on Coming For You Kristen on Instagram. I do host a show on Love Mountain. If you search up YouTube, Love Mountain is the name of the platform. They do Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I host the after show called After the Pop, where we get real with the contestants. So, follow me, subscribe if you're in the Houston area, sign up for the show if you want to, or fly in. If you're boss up, fly in.
Gotcha. And we're back on Wednesdays if you can make it. Same time, 8 o'clock. We won't be on here as long. It's normally most of the time is at 2 hours, if not a little bit under that. So we don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're a married woman, so we respect people's personal life.
I'm old. I'm tired. I'm old.
Yeah. Now you good.
No,
you
like
still
that.
young.
See, I'm not nagging. I'm not talking to him. No, he's on his computer. He ain't mad about that.
Gotcha. Well, tell your husband thank him too as well. Out of respect, we thank him
He's
for
been in the
allowing you to
chat,
come on
Richard
our show.
Renfro. He's been in the chat.
Oh, okay. What's up, Mr. Richard? Yeah, appreciate you. So with that being said, we out. I'm talking about. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget join the membership and subscribe. You know what I'm saying about? And we're gonna see y'all Wednesday. Peace.
At your mama's house.